for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. True Media Today, USA Boston. We are back. Hold on, guys. Let me try to get this mic straight. Hold on. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear me. You should better hear me than me. Go ahead and see, can you guys hear me? Yeah. Y'all can hear me. Hey, let's give everybody that's here a round of applause, man. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Hold on, let me move this camera over. I think it's go about right there. All right, cool. I'm trying to center the camera, man. Yeah, man. I hope everybody having a good day. Today is what, Thursday? Today is Thursday, so I hope everybody having a good day. We got a lot of good fights coming up. We do know that we have the Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney fight coming up. I'm going to wait and see, do I feel any twistity for this fight as of yet? We'll see what the press conferences look like. I think the press conferences are going to be boring. Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney, I think they're going to be kind of boring. Just because of, Vasily is not a talking type guy, and he barely speaks English, and so just stuff like that. I'm going to see Abdallah Bill going to be talking, saying stuff. I think the press conference starting right now, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see how that turns out. But I'm not going to lie, man. Now that the Canelo fight happening, I think it's happening next weekend. I've been looking at a lot of the interviews from Fight Hub TV. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to Fight Hype TV. Just for getting those Canelo interviews. And they've been asking him some good questions. And I kind of been liking his response. Now, the funny thing is quite a few. I got to laugh. I look at the comments. And the comments tell you an entire different story. The comments, boy, hey, you know what I mean? Because, the people, you do this for the people, by the people, other people. You get what I'm saying? The people be like, no, man, this man been shaking like booty meat. When they ask him about the Mexican monster, he go to shuffling and scratching. And, so David Benavidez have a lot of, I don't know if these are, well, you know what? I know what it is. He has fair weather fans at the moment. And you know what fair weather fans are. Fair weather, there's an old saying, a fair weather friend. A fair weather friend is a friend that comes around as long as the weather is good. Everything is going okay. You know what I mean? But when the storm is out and, it's raining and it's a hurricane and a tornado and stuff like that, he's gone again. He's no longer your friend. So, so it appears, it appears that we have a lot of David Benavidez have a lot of fair weather fans at the moment, or maybe they are diehard fans. Only time will tell. But we will see exactly how all of this is going to work out. I've seen this movie before. I've been watching this fight game for a long time, so I can honestly say I've seen this movie before. I get it. I'm like, I've seen it before, dog. I've seen it before, but especially in today's time where boxing fans are very, very fickle. So I do get it. Shout out to Jackie Hernandez. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Salute to Jackie Hernandez. Thank you so much, sis, for the dropping the quarter of a dub super chat. I really do appreciate it. It does seem like, it's, I don't know. You know what I mean? Some people will feel that way, that, hey, man, this is just fair weather. But I want to get to something. Yesterday, we was talking about different fighters, and there were some calls saying that, hey, man, Canelo been ducking and dodging. The man got a garbage resume. There was a couple of people that said Canelo had a garbage resume. He ain't fighting nobody, yada, 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 yada.
I'm just bum and taking the easy matches. Fighting other bum.
So I said, you know what, man? You know what I'm going to do? And I think one brother brought up Floyd Mayweather, and I did say that, hey, man, listen, man, you can pretty much poke holes in anyone's resume. And I said that, hey, man, there's one guy resume I really couldn't poke holes at, and that was Oscar De La Hoya. And you guys know I wasn't a fan of Oscar De La Hoya when he was a boxer. but I had to respect it because, you know, not because, you know, normally the fighters that get the hate are the fighters who are good. You don't see nobody hating on Blair to Flair Cobbs or no, and this is no shade to Blair to Flair. You don't see nobody hating on Teatley or you don't see nobody hating on what's a fighter? Yeah, you know, my mind done went blank. My mind? You don't see nobody hating on Ocampo, Carlos Ocampo, or you know, you don't see nobody hating on hog head cheese or you know, pork chop Willie. You know, they don't get no hate. Ain't nobody, you know, Hippity starting to get a little hate a little bit now because people starting to see Hippity do throw them paws. You know what I mean? People do see that Hippity do throw them paws. So Hippity starting to get a little hate right now. But outside of that, yeah, you don't see nobody hating Trevor Bryan. Man, I can't stand Trevor Bryan. Trevor Bryan a bum. He ain't fought nobody.
But this bum is taking the easy matches. Fight another bum.
And you know, Trevor Bryan don't get no hate. Ain't nobody, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody, you know what I mean? So I gotta call it the way I see it. True. But certain fighters, you know, heavy is the head that wears the crown. So hate is only reserved for those who are looked upon as being very, very good at what they do. Perfect example, I hated Michael Jordan. Yes, I know. A black man in America that hated Michael Jordan. I hated Michael Jordan because in the 90s, I was a Knicks fan. I used to like the Knicks. I liked the X-Men, you know, Xavier McDaniels. I liked, you know, Charles Starks. You know, I'm not Charles Starks. I like Starks. You know what I mean? I like Oakley. You know, I like Patrick Ewing and stuff like that, right? And I like Pat Riley because Pat Riley came from the Lakers. The Lakers is my favorite basketball team. And Pat Riley left the Lakers and went to New York Knicks. So because of Riley, I became a Knicker. But we couldn't get by the Bulls. Boy, I hated Michael Jordan. Every time he scored 45 John Starks, that's the name, John Starks. And Anthony Mason. You know, Mason, every time he scored 45 or 46 or 50 in the Garden, I hated him. I was that one dude, I had my nuts crossed every time Jordan was at the free throw line. I had my nuts crossed and every time he shot the ball. I had my nuts crossed when it was halftime and he was coaching the people, coaching his team in the huddle. But I was that Jordan hater, boy. I didn't wear Jordans because let me tell you something, I never owned a pair of Jordans. I just bought a pair of Jordans. About 2016. 2016, I bought my first pair of Jordans. That's how much hate I had for Jordan. I wouldn't buy his shoes, none of that. Now, my mother, she loved Jordan. Boy, Betty Jean, boy, she loved her some Jordan, bro. She loved her some Jordan. Lord have mercy, my mama loved Jordan, bro. She had Chicago Bulls, everything. Not everything, everything. Boy, I was that one boy hater. Boy, I hated Jordan with a passion, boy. Listen, I hated. The only reason I didn't hate the city of Chicago was because I was in the nation and the headquarters was in Chicago. The headquarters in Chicago, Mosque No. 2, Mosque Marion. That's the only reason why I didn't hate the city of Chicago. But boy, I was a Jordan hater. I say all that to say this. You know, in boxing, you only hate those who are really, really good. Those who are really, really good, boy, they got an army full of haters. And those who are good, he can't do no right in their eyes. Jordan could do no right. All the nigga pushed off, and when he fought you, when they played Utah Jazz, the nigga pushed off. As a matter of fact, they even came up with something called the Jordan rule. You know, you couldn't even touch Michael Jordan; it was a foul. If you looked at Jordan hard, it was a foul. You know what I mean? If you spoke to Jordan and you was on the opposite team, the referee blew the whistle and called the foul. This is true. True. So I had right to hate Jordan. Not only was he good, I didn't hate Scott Skiles. I didn't hate Luke Longley. I didn't hate the dude that sat on the bench and and didn't get in the game. I didn't hate him. I only hated the star guys. Well, Coach, what does this have to do? What does this have to do with today's subject matter? Oh, it has everything to do with it. It has everything to do with it. But before we get into the show, I would be remiss if I did not thank my Lord and Savior, Mr. Al Haymon.
Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and St. Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
We got to thank our Lord and Savior, huh? Al Heyman, right? So what I decided to do was, let's find out what the hoopla is all about. You know, for the people who say Canelo, he been ducking this and dodging that and yada, 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 yada. And there may be some validity to what some of you guys are saying. So you know what I decided to do today? Guess what we're going to do today? We're going to pull up these guys' resumes. True. Oh, we're going to pull up some resumes. We're going to pull up Tank Davis's resume. We're going to pull up, as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up whatever resume you guys want me to pull up in comparison to Canelo Alvarez. Apparently Canelo is the bar. I don't know. But let's do that. Let's do that today. And let's find out who's really ain't fighting, who really fighting bums, who really ain't fighting nobody. And let's find out who really fighting the top guys. Y'all all right? Y'all all right with that? Anyway, but before we do that, I need y'all to hit that like button, because this going to be a good one today. I need y'all to hit that like button. And for those who don't want to hit the like button, this is what I think about you.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Now, I do have a feeling that some people are not going to like what they're going to see today. I have a feeling that some people are not going to like what they're going to see today. I have a feeling that the people who not going to like what they're going to see, when they call the show and I ask certain questions, I think they're going to start nigga-splaining when it comes to their fighter not fighting nobody, but they're saying that other people are ducking and dodging and they got a messed up resume. I think some of them might start nigga-splaining.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
Now, what I don't want no nigga-splaining. I don't want no filibustering. No niggas playing and filibustering. We gonna keep the rules even all down the board. If you say that, and guess what? I just want to see what you say. If Canelo ain't fighting nobody, and that's fine. If you feel that way, ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't tripping on none of that. So I want to see some examples of those guys who you say that's fighting somebody. I want to see some examples of those guys who you say that whoever this fighter is ducking. Let's look at the fighter that he's ducking and see who this guy has fought. Let's do that. Let's get into the show. True. Now, let's pull up. Y'all give me some names. Give me some names who y'all want me to pull up. I got my pen and pad. I got my pen right here. Give me some names who you feel that Canelo is ducking and he's shaking like booty meat of. And give me some examples of some of those other top guys. Give me, as a matter of fact, hold on. As a matter of fact, I want you guys to just give me some examples. Let me know some of the stars and those guys that they're fighting.
And who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions?
Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say, and I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing, again, because when you have, an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on. When a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we're talking about this. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
All right, let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out.
What this ball been taking the easy matches, fighting other balls.
Let's find out today. Let's lay it out all on the line. Can we do that? We all grown. Let's lay it out all on the line. We're gonna find out who ducking who ain't fought nobody, who got a messed up resume. Let's find out. Let's pull the leather. Okay, let's see. Well, this guy here, this brother here say Andrade. So we got Andrade name down there. This other guy said Jamal Charlo. We got Jamal Charlo. Okay. Okay, this brother here say Benavidez. All right, we take Benavidez. Says Canelo's supposed to be ducking Benavidez. All right, this guy here said Tank. So we got Tank name, the right Tank name down. Who else you got? Anybody, just anybody. I don't care who the name is. We pulling them up today. We pulling them up. Today gonna be called Receipts Day. Let's pull them up. Let's pull them up. You know, Canelo got a terrible resume. So we know those other guys have some hell of a resumes. All right, this one guy said Morrell, okay. All right, one guy say, no, we only gonna talk about men. I'm not talking about the women. One guy said Katie Taylor. I'm not talking about the women. No women. We only talk about the men. All right, Swat Jones say Earl Spence Jr. Okay, EJ. Okay. Now this is going to be fighters for what they done throughout for their career. Right? This is going to be, some of this is going to be fair to some and unfair to others. Shout out to Jamie Rivera for dropping that $2 cash out. He said, fasten your seatbelt. Coach is going in today. Yes, sir. Because some boxing fans, they don't know who a lot of these fighters are. So really, I feel like that some of these boxing fans are at a disadvantage and they're very ignorant when it comes to who some of these boxers are. And a lot of them who are fickle, they're very ignorant when it comes to boxing. They really don't know who some of these fighters are. Some of these fighters are good fighters, but they'll say they were bums. And he ain't fought nobody, and this and that, because of your ignorance, because a lot of these boxing fans, especially in America, they only know like 3 or 4 fighters. That's it. They only know 3 or 4 fighters. They don't even know, heard of the other guys before. And especially on boxing Twitter and YouTube, they think because we haven't heard of the fighter or he ain't popping in our circle that he ain't nobody. But they use double standards when it comes to their fighter fighting those same types of fighters who other people may not have heard of. So some of these guys are going to be very, very disingenuous, but I know how to smoke them out. All right, the other guy said Bud Crawford. So we're going to put Crawford name down there. Crawford, okay? Guy said Bivol. Okay, Bivol. This shit gonna be like taking candy from a baby today. I ain't gonna lie. One guy said Haney. Okay, Haney. Devin Haney. Okay, we got Devin Haney there. Okay, all right. This guy said Manuwe. Jeff Horn. I ain't doing Jeff Horn. I'm talking about the top guys. I ain't looking at Jeff Horn. I ain't talking about the top guys. This guy said Manuwe. And then one guy said Munguia. And one guy said Usyk. Usyk is going to be too easy, but a lot of these guys over here in America don't know none of the people who Usyk have fought. They didn't know he fought in the tournament. They don't know shit. So I got 12 names down here. Now this show will go on. This show will go on for 30 hours. I can't put everybody here. You know what I mean? So we're going to have to run through this quick. As a matter of fact, we just going to put the names down. We might have to do a part 2 because there's too many names. This list filling up too goddamn good. And one person said Fury. Well, let me do this. In comparison to, let's summarize it this way. The fighters, let me redo this. The fighters who you say that Canelo ducked, let's pull up their resumes. I heard that Canelo ducked Andrade. I think this is fair. I heard Canelo duck Jamal Charlo. I think this is fair. We hear that Canelo is ducking David Benavidez. I think this is fair. Now, Canelo is not a cash cow anymore. Tank Davis is the cash cow over Canelo, according to what a lot of Tank Davis fans are saying. You know, Canelo, even Tank said that I'm the new face of boxing. Well, I'm the new face of boxing. We're going to say face of boxing. Tank did say he's the face of boxing. Canelo's on his way out. He's a new face. So we're going to put Tank in this because he is the, according to him, he's the face of boxing. So we're going to put Tank there. They said Canelo is ducking David Morrell as well. Okay, David Morrell. I don't know if I want to put Errol Spence's name here because it's nothing in relation to Canelo. Crawford's not related to Canelo. Okay, we'll put Bivol there. Put Bivol there, you know, because he fought Canelo. Haney is no connection to Canelo. And Niue, Munguia. Munguia's in the middleweight division. Well, maybe Munguia. Usyk has no connection to Canelo. Fury has no connection to Canelo. Shakur Stevenson has no connection to Canelo. So we're gonna go with the fighters that have connections to Canelo. We'll do that first. Beterbiev. Yeah, maybe we'll do Beterbiev. Oh shit. The thing is, a lot of you boxing fans don't even know who the hell Beterbiev is. Y'all say he ain't fought nobody, he garbage. So it's kind of like this shit kind of like taking care from a baby today. But you know, I believe in making the baby cry. I do believe in making the baby cry, making the mama come, rock the baby back to sleep. So let's go ahead and get into the show. Let's get into the show. Now, all right, Edgar Berlanga, I ain't gonna blame. We know Edgar Berlanga ain't fought nobody. So, anyways, we're dealing with active fighters who have connections to Canelo. Rick, what you say, Rick? He said, Will, their resumes mean nothing. Okay, just fight real smoke. Because what does Fielding and Yildirim resumes look like? Did it matter then? Canelo avoids certain fighters. Their resumes are moot. Okay, so Rick is. Some would say this is moving the goalposts. Rick, I'm gonna tell you why. Some would say this is moving the goalposts. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why some would say this is moving the goalposts because your very argument that Canelo is not fighting, hasn't fought anybody, is because of his resume. You have people who say that you judge people by their works. So you have people that say that, hey, his resume show that he's trash, he ain't fighting nobody. He fought this guy, that guy. So everybody that each fighter fights is on their resume. It's kind of like your resume when you turn your resume, when you go to another job and guys say, hey, we want to hire somebody who has 20 years experience in IT, who understands certain programs and yada 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 blah. Squaze, you show them your resume and they look at your resume and see all of the things that all the jobs that you had and the experiences that you had, in order to determine whether you qualify for the job. So the resume is a big part of it. You know what I mean? So, that's I'm just, is it just me or does it seem like, am I looking at this wrong? Will, some would say that, this right here, what you're saying is, I'm just saying for me, I don't get it. I don't get that. You know what I mean? So anyways, shout out to Caps. He said the Canelo haters are going to show up full blast today. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead. Let's start with the first one. Let's start with our good brother. Let's pull up Canelo Alvarez. Canelo ain't fought nobody. No, but you know what? No, let's do this. Because it's just so much that I can do today. God damn, there's so many places I can go. Let's pull up Canelo. He did an interview with Fight Hub TV. Shout out to Marcos Villegas. He did an interview with Fight Hub TV. And, I found it kind of interesting. I found it kind of interesting myself. Let's see. I think I was at the 104 mark. Let's go. He did an interview with Fight Hub TV. He didn't, so he did say that, as a matter of fact, forget hearing what I said, he said. Let's go ahead and let you guys hear it. And see what's up. Let you guys hear it and see what's up. Okay, this is the interview that he did on Fight Hub TV. Right? I think he did his interview yesterday. Let's go. Hold on. Did Caleb still look the same? Again, I do not own the rights to this materials for educational purposes only. They asked him something about, he said that, he talked about, certain fighters being monsters and, stuff like that. He said it's different. It's different when you get in the ring. And I used to hear Floyd Mayweather say that all the time. About, when you watch Floyd Mayweather and people see Floyd fighting on the sideline, and even other fighters like Roy Jones and James White Tony, and guys sitting here watching the fight, they be like, man, when I get in the ring, I'll beat him, I'll do this and do that. And you hear those great fighters say, it's different when you get in the ring with me. You know what I mean? You can sit on the sideline and Monday morning quarterback all day, but when you get in the ring with me, it's different. You know what I mean? And Floyd used to say that all the time, right? But let me get the super chat out of the way. Shout out to Big Lorenzo for dropping that $2 super chat. He said Rick T get his logic from Fanon about belts and resumes. Yeah. I mean, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. This is gonna be too easy. Let's go.
He still look like the same fighter? Maybe not the same, but he's a good.
He asked did Caleb Plant look like the same fighter? He said, yeah, maybe not the same, but you know, he talked about Caleb Plant. Let's go.
Fighter, he's a warrior, and he did a really good fight.
When we keep asking about Benavidez, do you feel it all like, you know, no man's way, like, you know? Yeah.
No.
Or you like it?
He's a good fighter, but like I say to him, everybody say the same thing before I fought with Golovkin. Oh, he's a monster.
I do not own the rights to this materials, but educational purposes only. He's speaking about. He said everybody said the same thing, and what he's saying is a lot of people who said that, hey man, I'm a monster, I'm this, I'm that. When I fight Canelo, I'm exposed. I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D. So he's saying that, hey man, everybody say the same thing. And yada yada yada. Let me go back and let you hear that. You know, go ahead.
Say to him. Everybody say the same thing when I fight.
His way, like, you know.
No.
Or you like it?
He's a good fighter, but
now he said David Benavidez is a good fighter, but he's gonna explain. Let me go.
I say to him. Everybody say the same thing before I fought with Golovkin. Oh, he's a monster. He's gonna knock out Canelo. He's this and that. At the end of the day, it's not the same. Being in the ring with other fighters like being in the ring with me. It's different.
But it sounds like you're starting to like the challenge, though. Like you're starting to get the fire.
I like challenge, but I have a goal this year in my career, right?
So he said he likes the challenge. The guy said it sounded like you starting to like the challenge. He said, yeah, I like challenge. He also said that, hey man, a lot of people saying this and that, yada yada yada. You know, he said this is what I say to him. And he was talking about David Benavidez as a Mexican monster. He said that, hey man, a lot of people say a lot of things, but when they get in the ring, it's different. You know what I mean? It's different when you get in that ring. You know what I mean? So that's what he was saying. Sometimes, and I think this is why fans want to see the fight, because you got one group of fans, you know, they just be honest. They saw one group of fans that hate Canelo. There's nothing that he can do that they're going to like. You know what I mean? They may hate him because he's Mexican. They may hate him because they follow certain YouTube channels who put certain narratives. Some of them may hate him because they come from Dante's Boxing Nation or IQ TV or the Fag Nines or the LDBC, and they just hate the guy. And I get it, I understand that. And some may just hate him for whatever the reason may be. And then you have those who love Canelo, who love him, he can't do no wrong. So you have one side who hate him and another side who love him, right? And it is what it is. And then me, I'm somewhere in between the middle, right? So I wanna hold everybody to the same criteria. But let's go.
And it's a really hard fight for me, like the fight. But look, I like that kind of challenge. And I've been in the ring a lot of years with a lot of hard fights. I mean, but you can't say, oh, Benavidez is a good fight. It's a good fighter, but I mean, man, I've been in the ring in a hard fights with every single good fighter there. So.
So he said that, man, let me hear that again. I got the super chat. Hold on. I got the super chat. Hold on. Let me hear that again. He said Benavidez is a good fighter, but, you know, he said it would be a hard fight for me. He said, but I've been in the ring with some hell of a motherfuckers. You know, he said, I've been in the ring with some people now. You get what I'm saying? And I've been in the ring with a lot of hard fights. Now, some would disagree with that. Some would say he ain't fought nobody. So we finna pull these dudes up.
And I've been in the ring a lot of years with a lot of hard fights. I mean, but you can't say, oh, Benavidez is a good fight. It's a good fighter, but I mean, man, I've been in the ring in a hard fights with every single good fighter there. So.
Are you coming back to 68 or are you going to stay at 75?
No, 68.
Coming back to 68?
So he say he's staying at 68. That's what he said right there. Shout out to Jose Mesa. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy. Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, did you see the video of Canelo getting his hands wrapped for the Bivol fight? He was struggling to get his hand wrapped and had to get to get glove on. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see that. Shout out to Drew. Drew said, he said off topic, but he said, but you're going to the Haney versus Loma, Coach. A fight? No, I don't know if I'm going to that fight yet. I don't know if I'm going to that fight yet. You get what I'm saying? So I see.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
All right, let's get into it. Hold on. We got one more. We got one more. This motherfucker hit hard, boy. I'm watching this. We got one more right here. So let's see. This is another one. Canelo's interviewing with Fight Hype. Interviewing with Fight Hype. Where's that one at? Okay, this is it right here.
Algo así tan grande a mi gente en Jalisco.
¿Qué esperas de tu rival y de la pelea?
No, pues obviamente todo rival.
I know y'all. I understand what he's saying, but I know y'all.
¿Sientes que la vibra es diferente?
El apoyo de la gente is very different when you won the fight.
How would
Performance, I think.
Canelo, how'd you see the Benavidez fight?
Good. Was a good fight. Like I expect.
How's his performance?
It's good performance. I think Canelo did a really good fight at the beginning, and then what I expect, at the end of the fight, Benavidez won the fight.
How would you? So he did predict Benavidez to win this fight. He said the same thing, pretty much what I said. Caleb Plant gonna start off real good. He gonna look like superstar Billy Graham, and then as the fight materializes, he gonna fade like an old pair of Levi jeans, and that's exactly what happened. True. But let's continue.
Compared to your performance over Caleb Plant?
Performance, I think Caleb Plant did a really good fight at the beginning, and then what I expect, at the end of the fight, Benavidez won the fight.
How would you compare it to your performance over Caleb Plant? Your performance over Caleb Plant?
No, it's different. Style make fight, so it's very different when you fight with a fighter and then other fighter fight a fighter. So you can knock out him and the other not, and it's different.
After the fight, he said he earned the right to fight you. If he hasn't yet, what does he have to do to earn the right to fight you?
Look, I don't say no to any fight, but I have goals this year, and then we'll see.
All right, so I'm saying what's funny about that. We're gonna get to these resumes. Some people would say that Canelo got nervous when they asked him about fighting Benavidez. They say he went to scratching his neck. So I want to see what people see right here. Let's see what you see right here. Now they're gonna ask him about Benavidez. Let's see. Let me go through. Go right here. They're gonna ask him about Benavidez, and they say that he started scratching his neck and stuff right here. Let's go.
Fight you.
Look, I don't say no to any fight, but I have goals this year, and then
so let me line it up. Let me line it up right. We're gonna go to the 130 mark. Let's go to the 131 mark, right? All right, that's it right there. 1, 2, 3.
But he said he earned the right to fight you. If he hasn't yet, what does he have to do to earn the right to fight you?
Look, I don't say no to any fight, but I have goals this year, and then we'll see.
So he's saying that he don't say no to any fight when he have goals this year, and after this year he said we'll see. So some people felt like that. He went to shake like boo. Hey, as a matter of fact, y'all think I'm lying? Oh, I got the receipts, right? I got the receipts. Oh, y'all think I'm lying, huh? Okay, cool. Some people think I'm lying. They say, Coach making this shit up. Okay, I don't make no thing about me, boy. I come to receipts. So this guy right here, so I want to see Canelo versus Benavidez fight, but it seems like Benavidez is now being offered fights with Andrade, Charlo, and Morrell. Okay, so this guy right here, he's Dominguez. He said that so that means he's not fighting Benavidez. He starts laughing. This guy right here, Chris Taylor, said as soon as they asked what he got to do in order, meaning Benavidez, what he got to do to get that fight with Canelo, he started scratching his neck. So this is what the people are saying, right? This guy right here said Canelo looked anxious. Time is on Benavidez's side. This guy right here said, okay, fine. Let's let Canelo do his thing this year, but next year, if he doesn't fight Benavidez after being the mandatory, then he said they should take his belt. This other guy right here said he basically saying he doesn't want to fight Benavidez. This guy right here said that scratch on the neck is the indication of, nah, man, I'm good. So this what some of the people are saying now. Some people may say these are Canelo haters. I don't know. And this guy right here said, reporter asked about Benavidez and Canelo was like, quack, quack. So this what the, so this, but so then what the people people said, right? That's what the people said, right? You know, this guy here said the way he scratches his neck. I'm like, okay, cool. So this what the people are saying on Fight Hype. Now, Fight Hype, they say is a pro PBC website. They say Fight Hype is a pro PBC, and I do tend to agree with that. Fight Hype is pro Floyd Mayweather. Anything Floyd Mayweather, boy, that is true. Now that is true. That is true. Now, let's pull up Canelo's resume. Canelo ain't fought nobody. Okay, cool. We only pulling up fighters who are relative that's connected to Canelo somehow. Now Rick said, resumes don't mean nothing. That's what he said, right? That's what Rick said. Resume don't mean nothing. I don't know where he got that from, but I totally disagree with that, my brother. We just have a disagreement on that. As a matter of fact, let's pull up. Who else we had? So we had Canelo. Canelo was 32 years old. Be 33 this year. Let's do Andrade. Let's do Andrade too. I'm trying to prove a point. Let's do Andrade too. Let's do Andrade. And then we'll do Jamal Charlo. And then we'll do Benavidez as well. Well, we'll do that. We'll do that. I do not like his nickname, Boo Boo. Damn, why he got that name, Boo Boo. I never liked that nickname. Shout out to Drew. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Aram interview just dropped, said Benavidez might flop, and Espinosa in his feelings about how ESPN did not help promote it. Yeah, I saw that. But ESPN has nothing to do with it.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
All right, so let's do this. Let's go. Now, okay. Demetrius Andrade is, how old is Demetrius Andrade? He's 35 years old. He's 35. Okay. Canelo is 33 years old. 32 years old. Okay, he's 32 years old. So, all right. Fuck it. Who did he fight? Now, some people say Canelo fought a bunch of dudes from Mexico before he came to America. So he has a padded resume. People say all kind of things, right? So let's see how many fights he had in Mexico before he came to the States. He had a couple of fights in Mexico before he came to the States. He's been alternating States, Mexico, States, Mexico, States, Mexico. Okay, so he first came to the United States here. He fought Raul Pinzon. No, before that. No, he fought Larry Mosley. I don't know if this guy has any relation to Sugar Shane Mosley. I don't know. No, I don't think he have any relationship to Sugar Shane. Larry Mosley. He fought Larry Mosley in America, right? Okay, cool. Okay. Let's see who he fought. This is 2009, so that would have made him 19 years old, I think. Because he was born in 1990. 19 years old. So at the age of 19, he had quite a few fights at 19. Because he started turning pro at 15. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. So we had like 31 fights, 30 fights or something like that by the time he turned 19. So something of that sort, right? Something of that sort. Had a lot of damn fights. This guy had a lot of damn fights. I'm not gonna lie. He fought Josecito Lopez when he was 22 years old. Fought Josecito Lopez. He fought Shane Mosley when he was 22. Now, this is the issue that I have, guys. Because some people will say, okay, look, he fought an old Sugar Shane Mosley. Okay, cool. Sugar Shane was born in what? 1970? What year Sugar Shane was born, guys? Shane Mosley was born in what year he was born? Well, that's not showing it there. Oh, he was born, or his career started in 93. How old was Sugar Shane? And why I'm not seeing his age? I must be blind. I must be blind as a bat. Yeah, I'm not seeing his age. Sugar Shane like a few years. Let me see something. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let me pull up. I need to find out. How old is Sugar Shane Mosley? I need to find out because what year was he born? Because I want to see. What year was Sugar Shane born? What year was Sugar Shane born, guys? I'm trying to see. What the fuck y'all ain't telling me now? What year this nigga was born? He was born in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Sugar Shane was born in the 70s. So he's 51 years old. I'm 49, so he was born in 72. All right, Sugar Shane Mosley was born in 1972. Okay, cool. 1972. So when he fought, he was born in 1972. When he fought Canelo, he was 40. Let's see. When he fought Canelo, he was 40. When Sugar Shane fought Canelo, he was 40 years old. Okay, cool. That's Shane Mosley. What year was he when he fought Floyd Mayweather? When Shane Mosley fought Floyd Mayweather, he was 38. So he was 40 years old when he fought Canelo. He was 38 when he fought Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather was, I think he's 3 years younger than me. Floyd Mayweather was 34. Floyd Mayweather was what? How old was Floyd Mayweather when he fought Sugar Shane Mosley? He was born in 77. He was 33. He was 33 when he fought Shane Mosley. Floyd Mayweather was 33 years old, and Shane Mosley was 38. And then when he fought Canelo, he was 40. All right? 2 years difference. Okay, cool. But at 22 years old, Canelo fought Sugar Shane Mosley, someone who has way more experience than him. Where am I going at with this? Okay, so when Floyd fought Canelo, Floyd Mayweather, am I missing any super chats, guys? When Floyd fought Canelo, Floyd Mayweather was considered old as well. Floyd Mayweather was 36 years old. So Floyd Mayweather was 36 when he fought Canelo, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see how old Floyd was when he fought Canelo. Floyd was 36. So Floyd was 36 years old when he fought Canelo and he beat him. And Sugar Shane Mosley was 38 years old when he fought Canelo. No, he was 40 when he fought Canelo and he lost to him. My question is this. Floyd Mayweather was old when he beat Canelo. So the age is a factor. You say, well, man, one guy was too old when he fought him. Let's go to Miguel Cotto. How old was Miguel Cotto when he fought Canelo? If we're going to use the age argument, because I'm telling you where I'm going at with this. Miguel Cotto, how old was Miguel Cotto when he fought Canelo? I'm finna pull this up. Miguel Cotto. How old was Miguel Cotto when he fought Canelo? We pulling up these names. Cotto is 41 and 6. Shout out to Jesus. Hey, okay. Top of that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, let Earl and do what Canelo did, move to 160 and fight Laura. Canelo has fought the number one at 154, 160, 168, 175, moved from 160 to 175. Okay. All right. Shout out to Jesus.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Rick said that on Will, look up Oscar versus Chavez, and that ends on this too young nonsense. Now, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you why you don't want to look up Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya is one of the most perfect examples of what it's like to fight fighters in their prime. Oscar De La, you ain't gonna find too many people who fought more prime fighters like in their prime, not when they was too old, none of that. Than De La Hoya. Than De La Hoya. You get what I'm saying? But I got what you're saying. I'll pull him up. Miguel Cotto. How old was Miguel Cotto when he fought Canelo? Miguel Cotto was born How old is Miguel Cotto? Oh, Miguel Cotto is 42 years old. He's 42 now. So he was born in, he's 42. So he was born in what? 1980? Miguel Cotto was born in 1980. He's probably be 43 this year. He'll probably be 43 this year. He was born in 1980. He'll be 43. So when he fought Canelo, he was 35. He lost to Canelo when he was 35. So, but Floyd beat Canelo when he was 36. So you can't use the argument, well, Cotto was too old when he fought Canelo. Well, Floyd Mayweather was older when he fought Canelo and he beat him. You get what I'm saying? So that would dispel of something of that sort, that argument there, in that one case or one instance. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes a fighter that's older, you know, and a younger fighter fighting an older fighter doesn't always guarantee the victory. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. But anyways, so let's see who Canelo fought. Canelo fought a lot of motherfuckers, boy. A lot of motherfuckers. And this is for people say the resumes don't mean nothing. I totally disagree with that. Canelo has fought Sugar Shane Mosley when he was 22 years old. Sugar Shane Mosley. He fought Matthew Hatton, Ricky Hatton's brother. This guy was 41, 4-2 at the time. He fought him when he was 21 years old. He fought Carlos Boldemir. Y'all know who Boldemir is for famously. He fought Floyd Mayweather as well. Boldemir was pretty good back in the day, right? But he fought all of these guys who had way more experience than him. That's fine. He fought Jose Miguel Cotto as well. Carlos Boldemir. I'm looking at the age when he fought these guys as well. Fairly young. He was 20 years old when he fought these guys. 20 years old when he fought Jose Cotto. 20 years old when he fought Carlos Boldemir. He fought Lovemore in Dow. Fought him. Fought Matthew Hatton. He was 21. Alfonso Gomez. Let's see. He fought Sugar Shane Mosley at 22 years old. He fought Josecito Lopez at 22. He fought Austin Trout at 23. I just want you to look at the names of the fighters he fought and look at his age at the time he fought them. And we can compare your favorite fighter who he fought even right now at their current age and try to measure it up and see. Shout out to JRG. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said people that say resume don't mean anything are the same people that say belts mean nothing. Yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. I get it. You know, anybody send a quarter of a dub or higher, you always get the sound effects and you get the hate.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
All right, let's continue. Let's see. Fought Austin Trout. Fought Floyd Mayweather at 2023. Alfredo Angulo. Fought him. Eris Landy Lar. Some people felt that he lost the Lar. Nothing wrong with that. Fought James Kirkland. Fought Miguel Cotto. Fought Amir Khan. Fought Liam Smith. And we can see where these guys were at in their career at the time Canelo fought him as well. Fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I think he moved up to fight him. Fought Triple G. Triple G was the guy in the middleweight division at that time. Damn sure was. He was the unified middleweight champion. I think Demetrius Andrade had the WBO belt. Then he fought Gennady Golovkin again. Fought Triple G twice back to back. In between that, he got popped with clenbuterol. In between that, then he fought Rocky Fielding. Stopped him in the third. Then he fought Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs was pretty good at this time when Canelo fought him. He was pretty good at this time. Daniel Jacobs literally could not hit him. Then he fought Sergey Kovalev. Then he fought Callum Smith. All of these guys were champions too. Callum Smith was a champion, if I'm not mistaken. They fought for the vacant super middleweight title, of WBC title. Sergey Kovalev was a champion. Daniel Jacobs was a champion. I I don't know. Was Rocky Fielding the champion at this time? I don't know. I think maybe was Rocky Fielding the champion? I'm not sure. We know Gennady Golovkin was a unified champion. He was a unified champion. Okay. Sergey Kovalev, Callum Smith, Abney Yildirim, Billy Joe Saunders was undefeated champion. Caleb Plant was undefeated champion. Dmitry Bivol was undefeated champion. Gennady Golovkin was still a champion, but he moved up in weight. He's fighting John Ryder. Okay. So some would say, hey, he got a weak resume. Fine, I have no problem with that. If you want to say Canelo got a weak resume, fine. Okay, let's pull up. Shout out to Jesus Garza. Okay. Dropping that quote over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Errol Crawford's best name was going to be a 42-year-old Manny with a 2-year layoff. No, not really. Crawford was trying to fight Manny before he turned 42, but Bob Arum didn't want that fight to happen. He said with a 2-year layoff, he said, remember how they both wanted to fight with or without a belt? Okay, I think I kind of disagree with that. I think both of those guys was trying to fight Manny way before he turned 42. So that's not all the way true.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, a lot of people trying to fight Manny. Shout out to Don Juan. He said, I think Rocky was the WBA regular champ. Okay, shout out to Don Juan. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay, so if you feel that this is a garbage resume, he ain't really fought nobody, he ducking and dodging, fine, I have no problem with that. He fought a lot of undefeated champions, got a lot of names on his resume. And he's a young guy. But if you want to do that, fine, I have no problem with that. Now, this is where the water gets murky. See, the issue that I have is this. You can't say that this guy hasn't fought anybody. This any fighter. If you tell me a fighter hasn't fought anybody, he got a weak resume in one breath, but then when we want to start pulling up resumes, you say resumes don't matter. When you use the resume argument to prove that why this guy ain't fighting nobody. So let's do this. Shout out to Shad.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quote over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said if Canelo resume is weak, then what's a strong one in this era? Yeah, you know what? That is a good question. What is considered a strong resume in this era?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Not only what is considered a strong resume, but can you give me an example of a fighter that Canelo is currently ducking or have ducked in the past? Can you give me an example of any of those fighters having a strong resume, if that's your argument? I'm just, we're trying to peel back the layers of the onion today. You get what I'm saying? All right, cool. Let's move on. Just give me some examples, guys, please. In order to get my attention, you're gonna have to light my name up. So just type in the True Media, and when you see my name light up, and then hit that. If you just add Coach, I'm not gonna see it because there's a whole lot of people sending chats right now. Shout out to Jaden.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, if Nello was a black PBC fighter, his radical fans would say his got a I guess you're trying to say would say he has a trash resume and he is ducking everybody. And his LDBC haters would say he's got one of the best resumes of all time. It's all political. Okay, you're talking about double standards and depending on what a person's ethnicity is, how they would change the narrative.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Okay, let's go. Now, let's look at Demetrius Andrade. That's a fighter that a lot of people say that Canelo ducked. So let's look at Demetrius Andrade. Let's pull Demetrius Andrade up. A lot of people say he ducked him. Okay, cool. And again, you can poke holes in anyone's resume, even Floyd Mayweather. You know, the timing that's Floyd fought certain people and stuff like that. Some of the same stuff that you would accuse Canelo of doing, Money Mayweather has done literally damn near the exact same thing. You know what I mean? I'm not Pretty Boy Floyd. We're talking about Money May. I ain't talking about Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd and Money Mayweather are two different people. Of course, it's the same person, but it's two different people, right? And you know, to prove my point, even Floyd Mayweather even admitted that, you know, once he got to a certain status, he, you know, he earned the right to pick and choose who he wanted to fight. You get what I'm saying?
But when you are put in a certain position, he should be I mean, he's able to, like me. You know, when I was in a position, I can pick and choose who I want to, because I earned that right.
That's what Floyd said. You know, when he was in a position, he could pick and choose who he wants to because he earned that right. That's what Money Mayweather said. That's what Money Mayweather said. You get what I'm saying? Hold on, we got another super chat that I didn't get. That's what Money Mayweather said, right? Shout out to Shad. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
Let's get these likes up too. Let's get these likes up.
Playtime's over, boy.
As a matter of fact, let's get these likes. How many likes we got? Boy, we shorter than a midget on his knees trying to sling keys. Man, we need right now, because I want to drop the phone lines, but we got to get 200 for me to drop the phone lines. We need 200 more likes. Not too much. I'm talking about 200 more likes. We need 20 more likes to get to 200. Sorry about that. And then we got to get to 300, because we got over 300 people in here. We have over 300 people in here and less than goddamn 200 likes. This is unacceptable. Yeah, I got you. I got you, fam. I got you. Anyway, let's look at it.
From the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to Jose Mesa. He say Floyd fought Big Show when he was young. Shaking my head. Okay, fought Big Show. All right. Shout out to Jose Mesa for the $2 super chat. Now, let's look at Demetrius Andrade. This is the guy that Canelo ducked, according to Andrade fans and people who feel a certain type of way about Canelo. Let's look at Demetrius Andrade's resume. Who did he fight? Demetrius Andrade turned pro, and he's been a pro for 15 years. He's been a pro just as long as Jamal Charlo. I don't recognize any of these names so far, but let's see. Demetrius Andrade has had 32 fights, 19 knockouts. Okay. Some of these fighters, and I want you to know something, because some of you guys say that, you know, certain fighters like the Crawfords and the Canelos you say certain fighters fight Eurobumps. I want you to know that some of you same guys who say certain fighters they only fight Eurobumps, some of the fighters who you cap for literally have a resume full of those same guys that you would call Eurobumps. Literally, you can't make this up. Some of the guys that you don't like, who you say fight nothing but Eurobombs, literally the fighters who you are capping for literally have a resume full of what you will call Eurobombs. Now, I'm not calling fighters some Eurobombs. I got to use their talking points. But literally, but let's continue. Let's see. My main man, Boo Boo Andrade fought Patrick Cape, Eric Marriott. I'm not going to count his first 10 fights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, he fought Dave Saunders. He fought Alberto Herrera. He fought Omar Bell. He fought Grady Brewer. How old was he when he fought these guys, too? Let me see. How old is he's 35. He's 35 years old. So if he's 35 years old, he was born in 85. No, he was born in 88. No, he was born in 2000. Yeah, he's born in 88. He was born in 88. Is he going on 36? Is Andrade going on 36? He might have been born in 87. So he might be 36 years old this year. So he might have was born in 87. Let me see. He's 35. When is his birthday? He was either born in 86 or 87. No, 87 or 88. My bad. 87 or 88. My bad. He fought Willie Nelson. I think Willie Nelson, this is the guy who knocked out, what's my main man name? He knocked out the dude from Detroit, put him to sleep. He knocked out Tony Harrison. He beat Willie Nelson. I think Willie Nelson, he beat Willie Nelson. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think this the one. He beat Willie Nelson. He a brother. So he a brother. He beat Jack Kulke. He fought Alan Fox. Okay. He fought Walter Cronkite. No, that's not Walter Cronkite. Walter Katoon. I can't even pronounce this guy's last name. He fought Artur Akavov. Would this guy be considered a Eurobomb? I don't know. You know, I think that's the language they use, Eurobombs. Yeah, I don't know. I think he'll be considered that. Yeah, he's from Russia, so they'll probably call him that. They call Bivol a Eurobomb as well. He's from Russia. Let's see. He fought Macy Sulecki. Now, he did fight Sulecki. I think he beat Sulecki to a unanimous decision. He fought Macy Sulecki. All right, he fought Macy Sulecki. All right, fought Macy Sulecki. He fought Luke Keeler. Okay. Luke Keeler, I think this would be considered a Eurobomb as well. I'm not sure. Let's see. He fought Liam Williams. Liam Williams is a pretty good fighter, I think. Yeah, Liam Williams is a pretty good fighter. Liam Williams is a pretty good fighter. He fought Liam Williams. Okay. He fought Jason Quigley. I saw this fight right here. I saw this fight, Jason Quigley. He fought Jason Quigley. All right, Jason Quigley. That's Demetrius Andrade's resume. And Desmond Nicholson. I seen this fight as well. I think this was his first fight on the PBC. This was his first fight on the PBC right here. This was his first fight on the PBC. He fought Desmond Nicholson. All right, that's Demetrius Andrade. All right, I think that's him so far. Does it measure up to Canelo, his first 32 fights versus Canelo's first 32 fights? Let's see. Let's get Canelo's 32 fights. 32 fights in his career. And Canelo turned pro in 2005. He was 15, and Andrade turned pro 3 years after him. So 3 years prior to Andrade turning pro, Canelo had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He had 16 fights prior to Andrade turning pro. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So by the time Canelo had 32 fights and Andrade had 32 fights up until now, Canelo didn't really fight any hell of a name fighters at that point in time. But he was 15, let's see, 19. He was 20 years old. So by the time he was 20 years old, he really didn't have any hell of a names under his belt, to be fair. By the time Canelo was 20 years old, he didn't have any names under his belt, to be fair. His first 32 fights. This is honest. Demetrius Andrade, his 32 fights he's had up until this point, he doesn't have really any names on his belt. Liam Williams is a name, I guess. Luke Keeler, I guess that would probably be a name. But Canelo at the same time had no amateur fights as well. So you might want to consider that. I don't know if you guys want to consider that, but Canelo didn't have any amateur fights, to my knowledge. So let's look at that. But Luke Keeler, Macy Sulecki, Artur Akabov, Walter Cronkite, Alan Fox. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's last name. I literally don't know how to pronounce his last name. Khatun, what is it? Khatun? Dokwa. He fought a guy by the name of Jack Cool K. Is this some kind of LL Cool J? And he fought Willie Nelson. I remember the Willie Nelson. I know who Willie Nelson is because I think Willie Nelson beat I think he, not the country singer, but I think this guy beat Tony Harrison. I think he beat Tony Harrison, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so that's Andrade. Let's pull up who else we got? Well, that's Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather got a hell of a resume. Some would question the fighters that he fought when he fought them, at the time he fought them, but he got a good resume. He got Zab Judah on his resume, Sean Mitchell on his resume, Arturo Gatti on his resume, and Floyd was he was born in 77, so he was 28 years old when he fought Arturo Gatti. He beat the break, damn that killed Arturo Gatti. He fought Chop Corley, Philip Deneau. He fought Jose Luis Castillo. I thought Floyd lost his first fight against Castillo. Die-hard Floyd Mayweather fan, pretty boy Floyd. I've been following Floyd since the Olympics. I thought he lost his fight, but he got the nod. He fought Castillo. He fought Castillo at 25 years old. Jesus Chavez. Carlos Hernandez. He fought Diego Corrales. I think, that was a hell of a fight right there. Diego Corrales was 33-0 when Floyd fought him. And Floyd Mayweather was 24 years old at the time he fought Diego Corrales. He fought the Drunken Master, Emmanuel Augustus. He got 16 losses, but Floyd fought him. He fought he Carlos Rios, Angel Manfredi. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to like. Still like Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd. Now he got some guys on his resume. Shout out to he said Canelo at resume amateur record 42-2. Okay, JRG, thank you for letting me know that. For dropping that $2 super chat. Canelo had 46 amateurs fights. Okay, thank you for letting me know that, fam. I didn't know his amateur record. You know, I don't. You know what I mean? I'm not a diehard fan like that, but I didn't know his amateur record. Thank you for letting me know that, fam. Thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, boy, Pretty Boy Floyd, boy. I like Pretty Boy Floyd. That's my guy. Pretty Boy Floyd, that's my guy. Now he became Money Mayweather here when he fought Oscar De La Hoya. Once he fought Oscar was that guy. I didn't even want to pull up Oscar De La Hoya resume because, boy, you're gonna be found hard pressed to find any criticism on Oscar De La Hoya resume. If anybody criticizes Oscar De La Hoya resume, you just a purebred hater. Like you just a purebred hater if you criticize Oscar De La Hoya resume. I don't care if Oscar got like 7 or 8 losses. If you criticize Oscar De La Hoya resume, you are the biggest hater of the haters. I don't care whether you black, whether you Hispanic, what your race or ethnicity is. Boy, I'm talking about fighting dudes. Most of the guys he fought when they was in their prime, it's gonna be very hard pressed to find any holes in this guy's resume. And I didn't even like Oscar De La Hoya. Shout out to Shad. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shad say, Coach, poor Tank and Ryan resume. Sister Media says this is a $2 million plus pay-per-view fight. Shout out to Shad. Salute.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
So as you can see, I can't, some people say that Floyd didn't fight certain fighters, but you know what I look at? You can say he didn't fight certain fighters, but look at the fighters he did fight. Now, if it was a case to where he didn't fight certain fighters, but he still did not give us those big name fights on his resume, then you can say, man, he ain't fight none of these dudes. But I can forgive a guy if he didn't fight 1 or 2 guys that you wanted to see him fight, but he fought 8, 9, 10, 11 other guys that we wanted to see him fight. It's going to be very hard pressed for me to argue against that. Yeah, he didn't give us this 2 or 3 fights, but he gave us this 7, 8, and 9 other fights. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I judge it. Somebody may judge it differently. Shout out to Vigilante. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub with your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, I'll be dropping the phone lights. I'll be dropping the phone lines in a minute. What did he say? He said Canelo was 15 when he turned pro, though. Doubt he fighting any big names as a kid. Yeah, nobody really fights any names as a kid.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, so I ain't even need me looking at Floyd. Jose Cotto, Carlos Baldomir. It's amazing. Canelo fought some of these same fighters that Floyd fought. Lovemore, Matthew Hatton. You know what I mean? Floyd fought him. Canelo fought him too. Ryan Rose, I think Canelo fought him too. Alfonso Gomez, I think Canelo fought him too. Kermit Critton, Sugar Shane Moses, I think Canelo fought these guys. Josecito Lopez. No, as a matter of fact, this is Canelo's. I'm like, all this shit look familiar. This Canelo. Sorry about that, guys. I'm tripping. Let's see. Hold on. My bad. Hold on. Let me get to. Okay, here go. Sorry about that, guys. Floyd Mayweather. It's very hard. Sorry about that, guys. He fought Chop Corley. He fought Castillo. He fought him twice. He fought. He ran it back to back with him, ran it back. One thing about Floyd, he'll run it back in a minute. If you say that, hey, man, this fight was close, he said, okay, let's run it back. He ran it back. Chop Corley, Castillo, Arturo Gatti, Shamba Mitchell, Zab Judah, Carlos Baldomir, I think, Oscar De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton, Marquez. Some people say that Floyd brought the man up Fought him at a catch weight, all this stuff there. Marquez ain't handled business in the ring with Floyd. He was too small, in my opinion. Shane Mosley. He fought Shane Mosley when Shane Mosley was old. A lot of people say that. And he did fight him when he was older. He did fight him when he was older, so that's to be true. That's to be honest. But some would say Shane Mosley ducked Floyd when they was younger. You know, when but Floyd was in a different weight class and all that stuff there. There's a whole lot going on with Shane Mosley and Floyd Mayweather. Let me get this super chat out of the way. Shout out to Peace Be Free. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Peace Be Free said if Canelo can fight John Ryder, he can fight Benavidez, Boo Boo, and Morrell. Yeah, I don't think no one is arguing that. You know, I do agree with that, but you know, but you're right. If he can fight any of those guys, and vice versa, those guys can fight each other as well.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Now, this guy here said that Floyd refused to run it back with Oscar. Yeah, he retired. He didn't want to run it back with Oscar. He retired. Fought Shane Mosley, Victor Ortiz when he was young. Miguel Cotto. I ain't never seen nobody beat Floyd face the way Miguel Cotto did. Miguel Cotto, this was the last fight that Roger Mayweather coached. This was the last fight that Roger Mayweather was in Floyd's corner. After that, he switched, went to his dad, and he fought Robert the Ghost Guerrero. All these Golden Boy fighters he fought. All these are Golden Boy fighters as well. All these guys are with Golden Boy. He fought the Ghost. He fought Canelo. Marcos Maidana. Fought him twice. Fought Manny Pacquiao. Andre Berto. So, you know, when you say the resume don't mean anything, you know, you can't say that in one breath. While when you argue about Floyd Mayweather, you say you bring up Floyd Mayweather's resume to support your argument. So I ain't want to talk about Floyd. And this is Oscar right here. We don't want to talk about Oscar De La Hoya. This ain't even fair to talk about Oscar. You know, Oscar De La Hoya fought dudes when they was in their prime. He fought them when they was in their prime. He fought Jesse James Leah. He fought Ganado Hernandez. John Molina. Oscar De La Hoya was the Golden Boy, you know, because he had won the gold medal. Came out of the Olympics, right? Angel Nunez, right? Let's see, Troy Dorsey. He fought Jeff Mayweather. He fought Jeff Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather's nephew. I mean, not nephew, uncle. Sorry about that, guys. Fought Jeff Mayweather. Jeff Mayweather had 23 fights at the time. He fought him just his fifth professional fight. Fought Jeff Mayweather. Let's see. Some would say Jeff was kind of old, but that's neither here nor there. Oscar De La Hoya was good though. John Molina. Ganado Hernandez. Julio Cesar Chavez. Some would say Chavez is old, but he fought him. Shout out to Vigilante. He said Canelo wouldn't fight Ryder if he wasn't a mandatory. Okay. Shout out to he fought Miguel Angel Gonzalez. He fought Pernell Whitaker. This is when I hated Oscar De La Hoya. I felt like Pernell Whitaker beat Oscar De La Hoya, and I felt like they robbed my dog Pernell Whitaker, and I became a hater of Oscar De La Hoya. This is the truth. Because, you know, I was a fanboy of Pernell Whitaker. I love Pernell Whitaker to this day. He fought David Carmo. He fought Hector Camacho. Hector Camacho had 63 fights at the time. Some would say Hector Camacho was not in his prime. And I would agree with that. He wasn't really in his prime, but he had 63 fights. As a matter of fact, no, he had 67 fights at this time. Hector Camacho. He fought Rafael Rivera. So he fought some guys that were past their prime. That is true. He fought Julio Cesar Chavez again. Chavez 104th fight. He beat him. He made him retire. He stopped him twice, I think. He stopped Chavez twice. Let's see. He fight Ike Corte. I thought Ike Corte beat Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I mean? I thought Ike Corte got robbed against Oscar De La Hoya right here. He fought Obercar. He fought Felix Trinidad. I thought Oscar won this fight, but I didn't feel sorry for him. I was Puerto Rican that day. Shout out to Drew for dropping that $2 super chat. He said Oscar also had the tenderonis. Yes, he did. He had the tenderonis as well. That's true. Let's see. I thought I was Puerto Rican this day. I was Team Tito Trinidad. That's how much I hated Oscar De La Hoya. And even though I hated him, I did give him the nod over Trinidad. But when Trinidad won, I celebrated like it was 1999 because that's when that fight happened. It was 1999. He fought Darrell Coley. He fought Sugar Shane Mosley. I was Team Mosley this year. He beats Mosley, put them paws on Oscar De La Hoya. He fought Arturo Gatti, stopped him. He fought Fernando Vargas. Vargas begged for this ass whooping. He fought Luis Campos. He fought Sugar Shane Mosley again. Mosley put them paws on him, but Mosley got popped dirty too. Mosley got popped dirty for PEDs. He got popped dirty for PEDs. We got to keep that in mind. He fought Felix Strum. He fought B-Hop. He moved up in weight to fight B-Hop. B-Hop stopped him. Oh, and look how old B-Hop was. B-Hop was older than Oscar De La Hoya, and he stopped him with a liver shot. B-Hop did that in the 9th. He beat the brace off of Mayorga. He beat the brace off of Mayorga. He fought Floyd Mayweather. I kind of like maybe edged out the Oscar in this fight, but it was a very, very close fight. I didn't cry about this fight. Floyd got the nod. You know, that fight could have went either way, so I ain't tripping on that. He fought Manny Pacquiao in his last fight. Manny Pacquiao retired him. He fought him at a catchweight. I think they fought at a catchweight or something. Manny Pacquiao retired him. Oscar De La Hoya got a win, lose, or draw. That dude got a hell of a resume. All right, let's go over here. Who else we got? That's Floyd Mayweather. That's Floyd Mayweather. So we can close Floyd. We can close Oscar. We got Demetrius Andrade right there. Did we pull up his resume? We pulled up Boo Boo. I would say that you can't compare Boo Boo's resume to the guy who you say that's decking everybody, Canelo. That ain't fought nobody. All right, who else we looking at? Let's look at Jamal Charlo. Let's look at the Hitman. All right, guys, let's get the lights up. How many lights we have here? Let's get the lights up. Let's look at the Hitman. We got 200. Hey, yeah, we got to get the lights up, man. Dog, this shit here crazy. We got to get the lights up, fam. We got the lights up. We need 80 more likes. Let's look at the Hitman. Jamal Charlo, the Hitman, right? That's what they call him, the Hitman. Okay, cool. Pull the Hitman up. So we looked up Andrade. Now, the Hitman had 32 fights. Out of 32 fights, he fought Cimarron Davis, Terrell Davis, Deion Nash in 32 fights. Carlos Hernandez, Deion Nash again. He fought a lot of guys who had losing records in the beginning. Edgar Perez and Jamal Charlo has been a pro for 15 years. Orlando Lara, Luis Hernandez, Antoine Smith, Rogelio De La Torre. He fought Joseph De Los Santos, okay. Hector Munoz. He fought Norberto Gonzalez. He fought Lenny Bote. He fought, some would say Butte. He fought Lenny Butte, some would say that. He fought Michael Feeney, okay. He fought my main man, K9, Cornelius Bundris. He was 42 years old, 5'6" of him, same height as me. 42 years old, but he beat him. He fought Winky Kempfert. He fought Austin Trout. That's a good name on his resume. He beat J-Rock right here. He knocked J-Rock out. He fought J-Rock. He fought, when he moved up to the middleweight division right here, his first fight, he fought Jorge Sebastian Highland. He fought Hugo Centeno Jr. in his second fight at middleweight. He fought Matt Bay-Korobov. Now, I thought Matt Bay-Korobov won this fight. I thought Matt Bay-Korobov got robbed. Just being honest with you. And this ain't I was rooting for the white man over the black man. This ain't got to do with white and black. I saw this fight. This man got robbed. I saw this fight, in my opinion. I saw this fight. I don't even know who the hell Matt Bay-Korobov is. He fought Brandon Adams. He fought Big Bad Brandon Adams. He fought Dennis Hogan. You know, some would say some of these guys are Eurobombs. You know, some of the fighters that you guys say Canelo fought, but I do get it. He fought Dennis Hogan. He fought Sergey Derenchenko. I think Sergey Derenchenko has 4 losses right now, 4 or 5. And he fought Juan Monsters Montiel. Now, I thought Jamal Charlo won't stop Montiel because he dropped him in the first half of the fight. And then from the 6th round on up, for some reason, Montiel came out of nowhere. He would have put paws on Charlo, and Charlo had a tough time with him, but he ended up getting the decision. All right, so in comparison to Canelo, maybe you could say his first 32 fights are better than Canelo's first 32 fights. Maybe you could say that because Canelo have had more fights than these guys. So maybe you could say Jamal Charlo's first 32 fights, he have a better resume than Canelo in his first 32 fights. Maybe you could say that if you want to argue that, okay? We looked at Boo Boo Andrade, right? Let's look at the next one. Let's see. So we got Jamal Charlo right here. All right, we got Andrade right there. Let's see. David Morrell only has like 8-9 fights. I don't think it'd be fair to pull him up. Let's see. Who else y'all said? What my main man name is? What my main man name is? The Mexican monster. What his name is? David Benavidez. Do y'all want to pull up Benavidez? These are the guys Canelo is ducking, they say. So they say, right? David Benavidez. Let's see what he got. Now, El Badano Roja, right? So, okay, he can't be, they still call him El Badano Roja. Okay. Let's see. David Benavidez, he's only had 27 fights. He's only had 27 fights. He fought Caleb Plant, David Lemieux, and Kyron Davis. Ronald Ellis, he fought Romar Alexis Angulo. He fought Anthony Durrell, the dog. He fought Jalen Love. That was one of Floyd Mayweather's star fighters, Jalen Love. He fought Ronald Gabriel. He fought Ronald Gabriel back-to-back twice. He fought Rogelio Medina Luna. And so let's see, he fought Sharali Makhmadov. Okay, Makhmadov. He fought Dennis Duglin. Okay, Francie Netu, Philip Jackson Benson, Kevin Cobbs, Felipe Romero, Alberto Gutierrez. He fought Ricardo Campillo. He fought Roland Williams. As we say, Azamat Umar Zoda. He fought Luis Juan Hernandez, Jario Dolores. Okay, all right. Artur Martinez. So a lot of these guys I really don't know. I don't know who they are. I'm just being honest with you guys. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's only had 27 fights, and he's 25. So you can say that his resume is better at that point than Canelo, if you want to argue that. Who else they said? They said Tank Davis, Dimitri Bivol. A lot of you guys don't know about Dimitri Bivol, right? But I'm gonna tell you something. That boy Dimitri Bivol got a good resume. Hold on, let me see. Do we have any super chats? Did I miss any super chats? I think I probably missed some. If I missed a super chat, let me know. Shout out to Drew. He said for dropping that $2 super chat. Oh, he said Oscar had the 10 rollers. Okay, I got that one. All right. Let's see. Oh, well, we're not finished. Let's go to we're not finished. We're going to what I said we were going to? Well, David Benavidez. No, we got David Benavidez. Who else we going to? Bivol, Dimitri Bivol. How to spell Dimitri? How to spell his name? Dimitri Bivol? I don't know how to spell his name. How to spell Dimitri? How to spell it? How to spell his first name, guys? How to spell his first name? Oh, D-I-M? Oh, D-I-M-I. Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you. D-I-M-I-T-R-I. Okay. Try it now. What he said, D-I-M-I-T-R-I. I think I had it. D-I-M-I-T-R-I. I think I had it. Still not coming up. D-I-M-I-T-R-I. It's not coming up. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. All right, that's why. They wanted me to put the hyphen in it. Okay, now, I can tell you right now, this guy got a good resume. Because I remember watching Dimitri Bivol when he used to fight on Sergey Kovalev's undercard on HBO. I can tell you that right now. Shout out to Flex BX. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Dimitri Bivol, in my opinion, he has a decent resume.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
All right, he beat Zerto. Zerto was 44-0. Y'all remember Big Bad Zerto, right? You know, my homeboy Shelton Moore, he loves Zerto. He fought Zerto. All right, let's see. He beat Saul Canelo Alvarez. He was pound for pound the best fighter in the world when he beat Canelo. Let's see. And Dimitri Bivol has only had 21 fights. But he has a pretty good amateur record. And he's a young guy. He's 32 years old. He's the same age as Canelo. 32 years old, same age as Canelo. He beat Zerto. Zerto's a hype job to me. I don't think highly of Zerto, but we gonna say he's a Mexican killer. He beat Zerto. For argument's sake. He beat two Mexicans. He beats Saul Canelo Alvarez as well. He beat Umar Solomov. He beat Craig Richards. He beat Gilbert Castillo Rivera. He beat Joe Smith Jr. He beat Gene Pascal. He beat Isaac Chalimba. He beat Sullivan Barrera. That was, I'm telling you, this dude got a good resume now. He beat Sullivan Barrera. I mean, bro, just these last fights alone, right here. Sullivan Barrera, Isaac Chalimba, Gene Pascal, Joe Smith Jr., Gilberto Rivera, Craig Richards. Okay, you can probably say that's so. Umar Salamov, Saul Canelo Alvarez, and Big Bad Cesardo. This right here, pretty good. Just these names I just ran off. A lot of these fights he had on HBO. You know what I mean? A lot of these fights he had on HBO. And these are some of his early fights. Some of his early fights down here. Jorge Rodriguez, Oliveira. I can't pronounce this guy's name. Joey Vegas, Felipe Romero, Jackson Dos Santos. Some of these guys I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Felix Valera. But I know he used to fight under Sergey Kovalev's undercard when Sergey was with HBO. Samuel Clarkson, Trent Broadhurst, Sullivan Barrera. I think he when did he beat? He beat this guy for the title. He beat this guy for the title. Then he defended his title against he beat Trent Broadhurst for the title, light heavyweight title. He won that in 2017. And he beat Sullivan Barrera, defended his title. Gene Pascal defended his title. Joe Smith Jr. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna lie, man. Bivol he pretty decent. Whether you agree with it or not, because a lot of you guys said he was a Eurobomb, he pretty decent. Let me drop the phone lines, man. And we're gonna look up some more resumes. Phone lines over 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. We're going to look up some more resumes as well. And in comparison, let's do a comparison. Some of these fights you can say, well, hey, man, these fighters had better competition of fights at the 32 fight mark, more so than Canelo, but Canelo fought at 15 years old. He fought at 15, so, you got to throw that in there as well. Knockdown 305, you said last 7 fights? Yeah, last 7 fights, yeah. Andrade, I ain't gonna lie, man. Andrade, just Jamal Charlo, I'm just saying that if this what we doing, like, you feel me? Let me say pull out Spence resume. The reason why I pull out Spence resume, none of these other guys' resume, because I'm looking at it in comparison to Canelo. These guys who Canelo's supposed to be ducking. That's why I haven't pulled up Crawford, Spence, Fury. Maybe I could pull up a Turbiev Stevenson. That's why I haven't pulled that up. He's a welterweight. If I'm looking at the welterweights, then yeah. He said, "Can you pull up Beterbiev?" Yeah, I guess Beterbiev will be in connection to Canelo because he's rumored to have been wanting to fight him as well. I got Beterbiev putting Canelo at to sleep. That'd be a foolish move in my opinion if he think about fighting Beterbiev. I ain't shit. But leave that motherfucker rushing there alone. That dude there. Leave that dude alone. Leave Beterbiev alone. I don't want to fuck with him. I like Canelo, but I don't like him that goddamn much. Not over no Beterbiev. I don't give a damn where he from. Let me see. Some of these guys won't like Beterbiev. Some of these fighters, he's a Russian. And Beterbiev is Russian, so a lot of these fighters you may not even know. Some of these guys, they only watch certain weight divisions, so they don't know nothing about them. Beterbiev, when did he win the belt? Beterbiev became a champion. He beat some guy named Enrico Colling. He became the IBF light heavyweight champion 2017. That was vacant. He fought Callum Johnson, defended his title against Callum Johnson. Fought some guy named, I can't even pronounce, guys. I'm not even going to lie. Fought him in Stockton in California. He beat Alexander Gozovic. You know what I mean? I remember this guy. This guy here was pretty good. I can't pronounce his last name. He beat Adam Dennis. I didn't see this fight. Not going to lie to you guys. I did see this fight. He beat Marcus Brown. I hate Marcus Brown. All he do is headbutt people. Marcus Brown just a headbutter. You know what I mean? He beat Joe Smith Jr. You know what I mean? He picked up another title here. Became unified champion here when he beat this guy. I think this guy is Russian as well, if I'm not mistaken. Beat another Russian, took his belt. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's Russian. Let me see. He's from the Ukraine. He's from the Ukraine. Okay. Beat a Ukrainian. Adam Dennis, Marcus Brown defended his titles, unified champion. He beat Joe Smith Jr., took his belt. We saw that. He killed Joe Smith Jr. And we saw what he did to Anthony Yard. He stopped him in the 8th. But this guy, he has a hell of an amateur record. So, phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. Don't be in a hurry. 4949, phone lines is open, man. Phone lines is open. Anybody want to talk about any of these fighters who, you may, and just look and see, do you have any double standards for some? Because, we say the resumes don't matter, but some of these guys ain't fought nobody. And one guy, it seems to be rules for one. And trust me, I do get it. I hated Michael Jordan. I hated Michael Jordan with a passion. I hated him with a passion. You know what I mean? I did. You know what I mean? A lot of people hated Floyd Mayweather with a passion. A lot of people hated Ali. A lot of the fighters who are great do tend to receive a lot of hate. And some people just hate for whatever reason may be. And I'm not saying because you don't like a fighter, you're hating them. Sometimes you just may not genuinely just even like a fighter at all. I do get it, but phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. What did it say, Rick? You say Marcus Brown was pretty solid coming up before he had uptick in competition. Yeah. I didn't like Marcus Brown. He always headbutting people. He always headbutting people. Shout out to Swat Jones. He say, I see where you're going at, coach. If you're not great, you have no haters. I'm just looking at it. We're just looking at it. You get what I'm saying? If Canelo isn't fighting anybody, he doesn't have an impressive resume. Who are these guys that he's ducking has an impressive resume? I'm just asking, please, and don't nobody fight that wants to call the show. I don't nobody fight that wants to call the show. As a matter of fact, we need 52 more likes. We need 52 more likes. Matter of fact, let me do this. We need 53. We need 53 more likes. We need 53 more likes. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and hit y'all with Riley right quick. Anybody that don't hit the like button, this what me and my dog Riley think about you.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Jamie Rivera, he said, Coach, I don't think you're going to get many calls today. They ducking, bro. Boy, it seems like they ducking. As a matter of fact, if you are ducking, the phone number, because maybe this show's not fitting your narrative, this is what I think about. Hold on, guys. We got a call calling in. Let me see what's up. Phone lines open now. Goddamn, I don't want nobody, Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Call from.
Hold on.
Curtis Robinson.
Hold on. All right. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, this Curtis Robinson.
Curtis Robinson, where you calling from?
Yeah, Baltimore, coach.
Curtis Robinson from Baltimore, talk to me.
Yeah, man. I don't think nobody can beat Bavot, man, at 168 or 175.
Okay. He hasn't fought at 168.
Yeah, I'm looking at you now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I appreciate that, fam. What do you think? What do you think about what I'm saying about some of these? Yeah, just some of these fighters' resumes. Do you feel that Canelo hasn't really fought anybody? He's been ducking people. and those other guys he's ducking has done a hell of a job, more so than Canelo. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, Canelo don't want no more smoke from Barrow for real. You know, he always got an excuse, man. You know, he always got an excuse. And Zerdo, he wasn't time enough for Barrow. That's why I said that. That's why Barrow said he coming down to 168 to take all them belts. Then he gonna take all the belts at 175.
Okay. All right, but hey, Mr. Robinson, thank you for calling the show, sir. I really appreciate it. Shout out to B More, stand up. Shout out to Major Key Boxing in the building. Shout out to Major Key Boxing in the building, man. Shout out to G Funk in the building. G Funk, what's going on, fam? Dub right side, what the link read, man? Shout out to my sister Bless 365. The Tenderonis is in the building. Shout out to the Tenderoni Bless 365. Phone lines open, man. Got it 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. Just trying to, don't nobody break their day to call on the phone now. Caller, what's your name when you're calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's the inevitable. D Block, D Town, D City, D-ville, Baltimore.
All right. Shout out to D Block, calling from Dallas, Texas. Talk to me, D Block.
Damn right. You hear that? Y'all hear that?
What's that?
Dallas, Texas. Baltimore. Stand up. Okay? Y'all got callers just like the callers before, man. That's all you got? That's all you got, son?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got facts behind it? You ain't got facts with hate on it? Come on, man. Bring something to the table. Don't just open your mouth saying, he avoided Bivol. I'm like, the boy's been saying he wants to fight Bivol at 175. The boy, which is not the boy, Cinnamon Buns, the main man, the main guy in the ring, with all the titles, undisputed. Okay, remember that. Respect that. Okay, undisputed with all the titles. Mm. All right, Mr. Baltimore.
Now, belts don't mean nothing, brother. Belts don't mean nothing, bro. Belts don't mean nothing.
That's okay, but he fought for those belts. Mm. He fought for those belts and he united all the belts. Something that Benavidez and Caleb Plant never did. Mm. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right. They Caleb Plant and Benavidez have. Caleb Plant fought in one unification match, and that's against Canelo. But prior to Canelo, they wasn't trying to unify the division. That is true.
So how do we say that, Coach? When we know it's the truth, right? So like I said, before you pause me, Coach, pause. But Baltimore, if that's all you got, man, come at it, man. You already know who I am. I'm from Dallas, man. Bring it to me and bring it to the show. Bring your facts. Tim, I've been seeing you all this time. I got nothing but receipts on you, Tim. I've been seeing what you be putting on the chat, man. Here, Coach, I'm going to tell you what Tim said. Canelo doesn't have a weak resume at all. Hall of Fame was it. The issue is his current moves, being strategic to avoid undefeated black and undefeated Mexican fighters. 8 whites in a row. You see that, Coach? 8 whites in a row. What? Tim, I respect you, man. But every time H-Town want to get up here and try to put something up there, he don't come with facts, okay? He can say that they white, but what if they mix?
Yeah, but sorry, I'm stuttering. The thing is too is this. Yeah, I had a brain freeze. The thing too is this. Some of Jamal Charlo has fought got a bunch of white fighters he's fought. Demetrius Andrade.
Don't say nothing.
Demetrius Andrade has a bunch of white fighters he's fought. So if you're going to say, okay, Canelo ain't fighting no slick black fighters, he's only fighting those white Euro bombs and stuff like that. Okay, I can. Okay, fine. If you want to make that argument, we can make that argument. But when I pull up Jamal Charlo's resume, according to what these guys are saying, he has a bunch of quote unquote Euro bombs on there as well. He has a bunch of, like these same type fighters. And when I pull up Demetrius Andrade, it's the exact same thing. So what, and again, I only have a GED. So and maybe I need a some kind of college degree or something of that sort. I don't know. I'm confused. But
you're doing good.
But
you're doing good.
But what's getting me is, okay, if one guy is fighting the Eurobond, look, he got a bunch of Eurobonds, he ain't fought no slick black fighters, and that's the criticism. Okay, I can go gung ho with that. I could go gun ho with that. But Jamal Charlo and Andrade literally has a bunch of Euro bombs on their resume.
Makes no sense, man.
And I'm not saying guys from Europe are Euro bombs. I'm not saying that. And I'm like, okay, well, what about them as well?
Yeah.
And so one guy who you said that don't want to fight certain fighters, he want to fight Euro bombs, is ducking other fighters who don't want to fight slick black fighters and that are only fighting Euro bombs. Because that's what you're saying. Because when I look at Andrade's resume and I look at Jamal Charlo's resume, you know what I mean? They don't really measure up to the guy who you said is fighting Euro bombs. As a matter of fact, when I look at those guys' resumes, they are literally fighting the same Euro bombs that you're accusing, fighting the Euro bombs that you say this other guy is fighting. And
there you go.
And you're using that template as a pretext to take credit from that guy, which I don't have a problem with that. If that's what you want to do, so be it. But those guys are literally fighting. They have a resume full of.
This bomb is taking the easy matches, fighting other bombs.
Literally, like their whole career. You get like their entire career has been nothing but that. What you accuse the other guy of, and I'm just trying to. That's why I wanted to pull those resumes up. You just, you know what I mean. So, hey, but D-Block, go ahead.
I got one more thing, real quick. There was somebody in the chat. His name's Ecuadorian, coach. Okay, because you know they got to make up names now. Now since I've been going against Ecuador, now somebody want to post a name called the Ecuadorian, and he said that Chavez. You know, like somebody said, I don't know who said it, but they said Chavez was old when Oscar De La Hoya fought him.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what the definition of prime is, okay, for all those people out there hating, okay? It says the definition of prime for a boxer, generally speaking, a boxer is his physical prime between 28 and 35. You understand that?
28, 35.
So even though Chavez, so all you wannabes, all you hating on Canelo, Canelo's going to be 33 or he's 33 years old. He's still in his prime, okay? But when you want to pick an issue of saying, oh, but you know, they're all old, they were old fighters. Oscar De La Hoya fought a prime Chavez. I don't care how you say it. The definition in the Wikipedia, in the definition says the age of a prime fighter is between 28 and 35.
Yeah.
Okay? So when y'all come at that again, believe me, come with facts, because I come with facts with A. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Walker.
And then too, you know, Canelo fought Floyd, and Floyd was he was old when he fought him as well. So, and his old age did not stop him from winning the fight. To be fair, shout out to what you say. Yeah, I see. I see. They spoke about they had the Devin Haney Vasily Lomachenko press conference. See that too. See they had that as well. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Trying to get these numbers out. Trying to get these. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, what's going on, man? It's Casino Light Prayers from Atlanta.
Hey, shout out to Casino Light Prayers from Atlanta. Talk to me.
Man, bro, I know you heard D-Block. This is the second time I heard him call Canelo cinnamon bun, bro. Did he call him cinnamon bun, bro?
Yeah, he called him cinnamon bun. Yeah, he did.
Man, look, bro, he need to go ahead and chill, man, because Canelo wouldn't even fuck with you, bro. Like, you might as well just get off his dick, bro. He wouldn't even fuck with no grown man calling him cinnamon bun, bro. Like, don't nobody want no grown-ass man calling him cinnamon bun, man. But anyway, bro, yeah, bro, anybody trying to argue that, like, somebody is fucking with Canelo, like, I'm a Canelo fan, bro. I'm pro Canelo, man, but I'm not finna do all that what he's doing. But listen, anybody trying to say that anybody trying to fight Canelo resume is anything compared to Canelo's, they got to be lying, bro. Like, it's nobody in the game that's in the heavier weight classes like welterweight and up or lightweight and up. Ain't nobody got no resume close to kind of like how Canelo's is. Like, bro, he got 60 fights. First of all. Yeah, it's not like a 62. It's not like a
matter of fact, 62 fights.
It's not like a resume. Yeah. Or it's not no Zerto resume. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got real legitimate people on that on there. And so everybody who's trying to fight him, bro, like Benavidez has now fought somebody, bro. And I fought with Benavidez. But I'm not going for that shit, bro. Like anything Canelo really say, bro, I gotta respect it, bro. It don't even fucking matter, bro. Like ain't none of y'all niggas fucking with Canelo, bro. So Canelo really, if y'all ain't gonna do what he doing, bro, y'all can't say shit about him, bro. Like Canelo doing, he the man, bro. He done fought everybody. Like he ain't fought everybody, but he fought way more than all y'all niggas, man. Combined, bro. So it's like, bro, I don't even understand what the confusion is, bro. Like if you want to fight Bivol, that's what he can do, bro, because Bivol will whoop all y'all ass anyway. Like everybody who calling out Canelo, Bivol probably will whoop y'all ass, bro. So at the end of the day, bro, Canelo making it happen, bro. Like without Canelo, bro, this shit'll be all fucked up, bro. So they need to go ahead and leave that man alone, bro. And D-Block, bro, hey man, come on with the cinnamon bun shit, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That man, he wouldn't appreciate no grown ass man calling him cinnamon bun, bro. That nigga wife probably don't even call him cinnamon bun, bro. Like, what's up with you, bro? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, salute to you, coach, man. Salute the show, man. I just want to put my little 2 cents on.
Shout out to Casino. Oh man, bro, this is too much. This is too much. Hey, well, y'all killing me today, boy. Man, I'm having anxiety today. I'm having fucking anxiety today too, man. Trying to get through it. I'm having an anxiety attack right now. And I don't know why. Hold on. Caller, what's the name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's the name? Where you calling from? Oh, sorry about that.
Martin from Oakland.
All right, Martin from Oakland. Talk to me.
Yeah, I was just calling because I disagree with what D-Block said as far as what a fighter's prime is from 28 to 35. Because let's face it, when it comes to sports, everybody has different primes. You know, you got guys that are in their 30s and are just coming into their prime. Then you got guys the same age that washed up. You know, look at Oscar. Oscar was done by 34.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't really look at Floyd and be like, well, Floyd was 37 when he fought Canelo. True. But Floyd at 35
he was 36.
is better than 90% of fighters in their quote-unquote prime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. Old boy was the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, not only that year, but for the next 4 years. So how washed up could he have been? You know what I'm saying? And that's something that, you know, nobody really takes into consideration. It's kind of like when everybody was making the Manny versus Floyd comparison and everybody kept talking about, yeah, but Manny's younger than Floyd. Yeah, age-wise, but come on, you got a cat with, you know, 47 fights or whatever it was versus the guy with 60 that's been knocked out. Who's got more wear and tear? You know, you got Floyd that moved up 5 weight classes versus the guy that then moved up 8 weight classes. Whose body's more worn out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's a time when age matters.
Yeah.
There's a time when it don't mean shit.
But yeah, Bernard Hopkins is a perfect example. Some fighters do still fought good at a certain age. You know, when they reach a certain, that is true. It's very rare, but that is true. That is true. Just everybody is different. Everybody's different.
Call from.
You know, but salute, fam. Shout out to Mark from Oakland. Give him a round of applause. Shout out to hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach Giovanni from Jersey. How you feeling, baby?
Shout out to Giovanni. Shout out to Giovanni from Jersey. Talk to me.
Well, Coach, it's as simple as this, man. Canelo was the man, man. I mean, you know, I'm not a particular fan of these new booties right now. Because, you know, I have an old school criteria like yourself. But if you look at anybody at 158 pounds, there is nobody that even comes close to having the resume that he has. There's only one person that he should fight, and that's Benavidez. That's only because he's the undefeated guy and he ain't fought him yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Caleb Plant here already beat. John Ryder is mandatory. He gonna slap that stupid motherfucker up because he ain't about shit.
Yeah,
David Morrell, he don't got a lot of fights.
Right against
Ryder's garbage. He leads in. He just he jabs, he drops his front hand, lead hand, and he hugs. He's not special about it. Okay, knock the fuck out by Canelo. But so is David Morrell. I like him. He's a good prospect to me. But he don't got a resume either. I mean, he only got probably like 7 or some shit like that, like 9 or 10.
He got like
fights.
he got about. I think he got about 9 fights. Somewhere up in there.
Something like that. So it's like it's not Canelo's fault that none of these guys have the resume that he has because these guys don't fight. Their lack of activity and the lack of challenges that these fighters take is like it's nothing. It's like they don't fight anybody. It's like they're content just fighting these random guys once a year or once every year and a half. And that's what's wrong with the sport of boxing. You don't have these guys that are pushed to fight the best on a consistent basis. And that's what gets me mad.
Yeah,
You know
so
what I mean?
if that's the case, you can say a lot of these fighters are not doing that. There's a lot of fighters that are not fighting the best on a consistent basis. Yeah, you can say that, especially now in this age where fighters hardly fight. They fight once a year. It's hard to fight. It's hard to fight top guys on a consistent basis when you're hardly fighting. And a lot of these guys, they hardly fight. The criteria is different, and it's just a different era that we're in right now. Who would you say that's probably one of the most consistent fighters in boxing? They consistently fight. I'm kind of more so look at those guys. You know what I mean?
Man, like I honestly, when you look at resumes and consistency, you got to go with Canelo. You know what I mean? You have to. I mean, there's nobody else, that can fight him that has the resume that. And I'm not even a Canelo fan like that. You know what I mean? It's just it is what it is. I mean, not to knock anybody else in the game, but there's nobody that has the pedigree that Canelo has. That's fighting 3 times in a calendar year. They're not doing that.
There's something that someone said in the chat. If your argument is Canelo ain't fought nobody, he ain't fighting nobody. Okay, cool. If that's your argument, okay, fine. He said, well, show me someone who is doing who's doing better than Canelo.
Nobody.
I'm saying, now I want to preface this. Show me somebody in the super middleweight division, in the middleweight division.
Nobody.
That's
nobody
fighting somebody versus a Canelo who ain't fighting nobody.
Nobody, coach. That's the answer. That's why nobody's calling like that. That's why you probably have a few people in the chat that are gonna take some ignorant shit just to cap. But nobody has the resume that Canelo has. Nobody. And everybody that is in that weight division or close up at 168 or 175, I mean, nobody. There's nobody that anybody can tell me. You know what I mean? And please help me out. Because if they're saying that Canelo's fighting Euro bums and he ain't fighting nobody, well, shit. Tell me somebody who's got a better resume than nobody.
Yeah, Raphael, you say Fulton. Raphael, you said Fulton, but I'm talking about people that's in that weight division. Canelo's not ducking Fulton, and Fulton's not trying to fight Canelo. So
exactly. Fulton ain't. Yeah, exactly. He can't be. Because if that's the case, I could say Usyk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to go that route.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm a big Usyk fan.
Yeah.
But that's not, you know what I mean? That's not relevant to the conversation ahead.
Yeah.
It's 168, 175. Nobody. That's the end.
All right. Shout out to Giovanni.
Nobody and no.
Go ahead.
You got it, coach.
All
no,
right.
No, it's okay.
Shout out to Giovanni from Jersey.
Thanks,
Salute, fam. Yes, sir. Shout out to G Funky. What's going on, fam? Yeah, phone lines over 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. Yeah, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to, I'm trying to make it make sense to me. I'm trying to make it make sense. Can you guys just give me some examples? Look like we have a call from another country. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Oh shit! What the fuck happened? Hold on.
Call from.
All right. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Ricky Ricardo, San Antonio. What's up, coach?
Ricky Ricardo from San Antonio. Talk to me.
Salute. Yeah, I know you were in town, man. Not too long ago, man. That's cool, man. I didn't even know Robert Garcia had a damn gym here.
Talking about San Antonio, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. No, I just want to touch on the topic. So Canelo's statement, right? I did see a part of the interview where he did say that, and I would have to say the overall consensus is true, in my opinion. Now, what do I base that off of? Well, I'm going to base it off of my criteria, and it holds true whether it's a pound for pound or somebody daring to be great. So let's look at Canelo and Benavidez real quick. Caliber of opposition. Canelo has that. That's one of the things that I look for. That's caliber of opposition.
That's boxing criteria. You talking about you have a boxing criteria.
Right.
I have a boxing
caliber
criteria.
of opposition.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
Yeah.
Dominance of division / undisputed, whether you're collecting belts 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Canelo has done that.
Yeah.
David hasn't done that yet. Let's go to activity. Who's been active? Canelo's consistent. He's active.
So
Now,
let me write down what you're saying. You saying caliber of opponents.
Okay. Caliber of opponent, opposition.
Okay,
dominance of division.
Dominance of division. Okay.
Dominance of division / undisputed.
Okay.
Activity.
Okay.
And the last one.
Okay.
The last one is career defining fights.
Career defining fights. And you know what? This is the boxing criteria that you have, and this is my boxing criteria.
This is what I go by.
Yeah, I have mine written down on a piece of paper over there under my light, and that's my boxing criteria. What you're going to find is the boxing fans that's on social media, they don't have a boxing criteria. So when you say caliber of opponents, they'll say, hey, this guy that I don't like ain't fighting nobody, while ignoring the fact that the guy who they like isn't fighting anybody. But how they try to rationalize it, well, my fighter is fighting somebody because I like him. And they'll try to arrest him. They'll say Rolly Romero was somebody or another guy was somebody, while saying that this guy that I don't like, he ain't fought nobody, but they totally ignore the caliber of opposition. They totally ignore the dominance of a division. They totally ignore the activity, and they ignored how many career-defining fights. So if I ask these guys who hate Canelo, and that's fine, nothing wrong with that, what is the career-defining fight of the fighters that you look up, that you like today in and around that weight division? Who would be Jamal Charlo's career-defining fight? But go ahead.
Derevyanchenko at 160, and at 154 he had J-Rock. But we're at 160. He's been sitting in that 160 for a minute now, sitting on that title, just chilling. For some reason, it never got pulled, but whatever. So back to Benavidez. Who is his career-defining fight? Plant. Canelo destroyed Plant. Yeah. Career-defining. That right there is a career-defining fight so far. He hasn't dominated the division. His activity only is starting to pick back up, and his caliber of opposition has never been.
That's true.
So when Canelo made that statement, it's true. So this is how we're able to, in my opinion, and based on what I know about the sport, you as well, Coach, we know this. You can always tell who's a fan of the sport versus who's a fan of a man. I'm a fan of the sport. If Canelo was fucking up, he's fucking up. If Usyk was fucking up, he's fucking up. Usyk's another one that meets this criteria. So people need to, they need to put some of their bias in them. If you like someone, that's fine, that's cool. You know what? I think Benavidez could whoop his ass. I think Benavidez could do this. I think Benavidez, cool. He probably could. We don't know. But going off of, looking at his whole body of work, both men, I'm putting my money on Canelo. I'll tell you right now, based on what I saw with Plant, Canelo's going to Benavidez's body if and when they meet.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's gonna put Benavidez. If it don't stop him, it'll at least put him down once. Take a knee, get that breath back. He's gonna rip that body. But anyways, I'm not gonna go too deep, Coach. I just wanted to speak my mind on that statement, and so people can separate fans of the sport and fans of a person. I won't say man because we got our ladies getting down.
All right.
But that's all I got, Coach.
Shout out to Ricky Ricardo.
Keep doing your thing, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Curtis Robinson. Curtis Robinson, being a member for 4 months. Salute, fam. He said Canelo Canelo are scared. I guess you're trying to say Canelo is scared to fight another Mexican / Latino. Okay. Canelo's scared to fight another Mexican or Latino. All right. Carlos, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up? This Rick.
Oh, shout out to Rick, man. Rick Timms, what's going on, man? H-Town, stand up, talk to me.
Check it out, man. Let's keep it in context of what I say about Canelo. Check it out, man.
Mm-hmm.
I never even mentioned specifically his resume. I always mention his last 8 opponents. And check it out, dog. Look, when I said typed earlier about with the resumes not mattering when it comes to Canelo, let's keep it in context. The full sentence of how I presented it. The resumes don't matter when it comes to Jamal and Andre, because true enough, both of their resumes are trash. Canelo has a Hall of Fame, resume, but his last 8 fights are trash. And it's nowhere around that. And that's my whole point of it all, man. Because if you the face of boxing, you the cash cow. I'm not afraid of no one. I would fight anybody. Then prove it. When since 2013, he's faced 2 brothers, Daniel Jacobs and James Kirkland, and both of them had been knocked out prior to him getting in the ring with them. Dog.
Daniel Jacobs?
Yeah, Jacobs had been knocked out. Yeah, his first ever loss. His first career loss was a knockout loss. But my point is, dog, Canelo has a kick-ass resume. The dude, Hall of Fame, no doubt. And he on his honeymoon now. He on cruise control. And if he gonna be on cruise control, stay on cruise control and don't flirt with this real side. That's the whole point of it all, man.
Well, hey, but Rick, let me ask you a question, my brother. You say his last 8 fights.
Okay.
Let's look at his last 8 fights. So if I go back 8 fights from, if I forget Ryder, he hasn't fought him yet. But if I go back 8 fights from his last fight, starting, he fought Daniel. He fought Daniel Jacobs. So you say that for that. So he said his last 8 fights is trash. He fought Sergey Darian. He fought Sergey Kovalev.
Kovalev Kovalev dove. They paid Kovalev off. Kovalev was acting, man. That was a boo-boo ass knockout. Kovalev was already trash, so Canelo was gonna beat him regardless. But Kovalev could have made it look better. Keep going. Okay,
so Daniel Jacobs was a champion at the time. I think he lost his belt.
Yeah, see, I'm glad you said that, Will. He was the IBF 160 champion. And when Canelo beat him, that made him have all 3 of them belts at 160. So why run the 168 where it's nothing but undefeated white boys when you could have made greatness at 160 first? He could have been undisputed in both weight classes. Why didn't he fight Andre at 160? That's bucking.
I have an article. I have an article explaining that situation about the Andre and Canelo, why that fight didn't happen. From what the article is saying, they did try to make that fight. Actually, they reached out to Andrade. They was unable to make that fight happen. I can literally pull it up because I didn't even know that he even tried to fight Andrade. I didn't know that because I wasn't on YouTube at the time and I wasn't really keeping up with it. But yeah, I found the article, bro.
Well,
they really tried to.
Right. Well, it's also the press conference when he openly said, "You're a horrible fighter. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here." So he don't want no Andre smoke. That's obvious.
Okay.
So he obviously don't want Jamal Charlo smoke. That too is obvious. Benavidez smoke. He been running from that real smoke, Will. Undefeated black, undefeated Mexican smoke. He don't want that.
So let's look at this other fight. Shout out to the Martin. Hold on, brother. Shout out to the Martin. He said Canelo's last 8 fights were champs. He said last 8 champs, 7 champs, 4 undefeated. Okay. Shout out to the Martin. So he fought Sergey Kovalev, 2 champions. Daniel Jacobs, Sergey Kovalev, a higher weight division. But I got what you're saying. These 2 wasn't nothing. He fought Callum Smith. I think this was for the vacant WBC title at super middleweight. And I think at that time, David Benavidez didn't fight Callum Smith. He lost his belt at that time, if I remember correctly. And what's my main man name? Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant didn't even try to unify with nobody when he was the IBF champ. Now Canelo did fight Abner Yildirim. Now a lot of people don't like that, and that's fine. I do get it. He fought Abner Yildirim. But then he fought another undefeated fighter by the name of Billy Joe Saunders. But he was a white dude from Europe, so a lot of people felt like someone yourself, you'll probably say he was an undefeated Eurobomb. I would assume that's what you would say. But this was an undefeated champion. Then he fought another undefeated champion in Caleb Plant. You know, PBC fighter. Now I'm not gonna lie. Now some people were saying Caleb Plant was a slick black fighter, and Booger Ray Leonard was riding with him. You know, Caleb Plant is really good at doing the shoulder roll and all that stuff there. He beat him. Became undisputed. Then he fought Dimitri Bivol. Now, Dimitri Bivol got a damn good resume at the light heavyweight division. He beat some hell of a guys. You know, I've been following Bivol even back when he used to fight on the Sergey Kovalev's undercard when they used to fight on HBO. But a lot of people did not know who he was, Rick. I'm not going to lie to you. They thought he was a Eurobomb, even though he's not from Europe. But this dude is good. And Canelo lost to him.
Yeah.
And then he fought Triple G again. Now, some people say they don't want to, you know, count this, you know, because Triple G 40 years old, stuff like that. He didn't knock him out. But nobody knocked Triple G out. And I ain't never seen Triple G even get knocked down in a fight, let alone get knocked out. You know what I mean? So, but I get people's argument with that. But his last 8 fights, bro, it'll be very hard pressed for me to say that he ain't fought nobody's last 8 fights, Rick. That's what I'm saying, fam. It'll be hard pressed.
Yeah. Hey,
in comparison to what Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, and David Benavidez, if I look at their last 8 fights in comparison, there's no comparison.
I agree. It is no comparison. And that, you know what, that even stretches my point even more. Canelo, if they haven't fought anybody, if they just ain't all that, why you running from them? See? That makes it even more questionable. There's no way around that. And dog, Bivol was the cherry pick gone wrong. Canelo figured he was gonna be another Billy Joe Saunders, another Callum Smith, and it backfired on him. I don't see him getting back in the ring with Bivol. He should not. He's not gonna be able to beat that dude. And that old the Triple G trilogy, oh man, that was trash. Now Ryder, that's gonna be trash. Ryder then lost to dudes Canelo then already beat. So all is well. Finish your Europe tour, but after Ryder, Canelo gonna have to shit to get off the pot, and we're gonna see what he gonna do then, man.
All right, shout out to Rick, man, from H-Town Stand Up. Salute, fam. Salute, Rick. Shout out H-Town Stand Up. Shout out to the Martin. He said Jacobs dropped belt to avoid IBF rehydration clause. Okay. Shout out to the Martin again for dropping that $2 super chat. He said, can Tim go a day without making it all about race? Okay. All right. Phone lines open, man, 530-494-9636. And as a matter of fact, you know, again, anybody's free to call and share their opinion, how they feel about anything. However you feel, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. But we got to get them likes up. Anybody that don't hit the like button, this what me and my dog Riley think about you.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, it's Junior Corona, and I'm calling from New Hampshire.
All right, Junior from Corona, calling from New Hampshire. Talk to me.
So, boom, right? The thing is this, right? A lot of people want to talk about Canelo, don't fight this person, don't fight that person, talking all this race stuff, blah, 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 right? But last I checked, I mean, granted, he did lose, but he defeated a black fighter, right? I'm just throwing this out there. And the other thing is, too, right? When he fought Callum Smith was the #1 rated super middleweight in the world because he had 2 belts when Canelo fought him. Canelo starched him. Granted, I'm not saying he knocked him out, but, you know, starched him. Went off to fight another undefeated guy. Everybody you already named. So I just want to clarify that a little, you know, because I know you said he might have fought for the vacant belt or whatever. Callum Smith had both 2 belts. #1. I mean, people want to complain about Eurobomb this, Eurobomb that. But why the hell ain't these other guys that they keep trying to big up fighting each other? Why ain't they fighting nobody? Why is everybody in line for Canelo sweepstakes? Because like if they as good as they think they are, why aren't they pulling the numbers that Canelo is pulling? Because Canelo put in the work early in his career to get his name to where he is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I could be wrong, but name me somebody on Boo Boo's resume who's any good. Like, I can't think of a name off the top of my head.
I don't think nobody. I don't think nobody's going to even call it, even argue that. I think we kind of like put that to best real put it to bed. I think I kind of put it to bed. I didn't have to yell or scream anything. So I'm glad Rick talked about the last 8 fights, because I do want to let's look at these other fighters' last 8 fights and see, you know, and see, because
who did they fight in their last 8 fights?
Yeah,
I'm still wondering.
Right now. We're finna look at that right now.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm still wondering that. You know what I mean? Because like, everybody wants to talk all this. Now, granted, like, I'm not a Canelo fanboy. I just appreciate good boxing. You know what I mean? I appreciate good fighters and people who go out there and put on a good show. Not people who want to. When was the last time you heard Charlo, Big Charlo? You know what I mean? Not the little one, like, you know, in weight wise anyway. When was the last time you heard of him fighting? When was the last time you heard of him fighting 3 times in a year? When was the last time you heard of him fighting twice in a year?
When the last time you ever heard him fighting, period? So,
exactly. Like, what was this? 2 years ago was the last time he fought?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, like, you know, Benavidez, cool. The same Benavidez who lost his belt on the scale. Like, bro, he's too big to be in super middleweight, but like, cool. He wants to stick around at super middleweight. All right, cool. But who has he fought? Like, who? Like,
we gonna check it out, fam. I got other calls calling in, but I got you. Your point well taken. Shout out to Junior Corona, man, calling from New Hampshire. Salute to you, fam. Thank you for calling the show.
Hey, take it easy, coach. You have a good one, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Big Blunts in Boston. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a damn dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said for some reason I can't find my membership link to set my stuff back up. So showing my love through super chat. Salute, fam. I don't know. If you can't find the membership link, you probably gotta I don't know what device you're using. You might have to use another device. I don't know, man. It has something to do with the devices. Big Blunts, to be honest with you, I really don't know. Some people have trouble finding it on certain devices. I have no idea, bro. To be honest with you, fam. But salute.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to Justin Watson. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Cash out.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Justin Watson, what did it say, fam? Justin say, he said, can you do this for me, please? Give Rick the 80.
Shut that soft ass shit up. And the best man to win.
That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Yeah, we look at these fighters' last 8 opponents. Some of you guys gonna be highly disappointed, bro. That even makes it even more crystal clear. If I look at these fighters' last 8 opponents, it's I'm telling you, bro. That might be a rabbit hole you don't want to go down. Call what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what up, coach? This is Rick from LA.
Rick from LA, talk to me.
I just want to bring up 2 points. The 2 points that everybody keeps bringing up when Canelo's resume comes into question. Point number 1, people keep crying about how he didn't stop a 40-year-old, how he couldn't knock him out, blah, blah. Who's done anything to Triple G? Nobody has ever damaged Triple G. Nobody's ever stopped him. All these guys at 160, nobody fought him. That's number 1. Number 2, that everybody keeps bringing up when it comes to Canelo's resume is Yildirim. People keep forgetting that was one of 4 fights that he fought in less than 12 months. But, Yildirim, why did he fight Yildirim? Like, dude, that was one of 4 fights he did in less than 12 months. That's 4 times as many more fights than Charlo has done in 2 years. People are freaking just jealous and hating on Canelo. Plain and simple.
All right, but shout out to Rick from LA, man. Salute to you, fam. Thank you for calling the show. Yeah. So the point is well taken. Point is well taken. Okay. So we seen Canelo's last 8 fights. Okay. This is Jamal Charlo's last 8 fights. Hold on. Let's pull him up right quick. Pull him up right quick. Hold on. I want to give everybody a shot. So I want everybody to hit their points. I want to give everybody a shot. Phone lines heating up. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's D Block. I got one for Rick.
Okay, D Block, don't call back 2 times. Talk to me.
Ricky Ricardo, man. I'm gonna call you Ricky Ricardo, Rick Kim. I'm gonna call you Ricky Ricardo, man. I love the way you try to smooth yourself into there in that conversation. You try to go like, you know, he avoided Charlo, he avoided Andrade, but then we got facts. We got documents showing that they tried to make fights. Okay, that's the reality of things, Rick, that you don't see. I think you blinded by what you want to see, but at the end of the day, you don't have facts with you, man. You don't have any kind of proof on your side to actually say what you want to say. What you're okay with what you got to say, Rick, but when you start race baiting and talking about people's color, about what type of fighter, you know, he looks green, he looks blue, who cares, man? All right, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't hate Benavidez because his skin color. I hate Benavidez because he's Ecuadorian, okay? And because he wants to act like he's Mexican, Rick. You hear that, Rick? I ain't talking about no color. I'm talking about he's Ecuadorian, Rick. All right, I'm gonna keep on saying Rick because I want that to nab in your head all night, Rick. When you think about me, and go, oh, that motherfucker D Block, you're taking the shit in the restaurant. Oh, that motherfucker, I hate it. Come on, I gotta come back for that motherfucker. He always trying to fuck me over with Charlo. That's right, Rick. So when I hate Benavidez, Arizona. They ain't got nothing going on for them down there. It's because he's not real Mexican, man. He's Ecuadorian. He will never be Mexican. I don't care what you say. He can have 2%, 1%, 50, 45%. I don't give a rat's ass. He is not legit. Okay? So I think that you, Coach, told him facts about that article that came out. And he still didn't want to listen, Coach. You can't change people's minds, Coach. You can't.
I have it bookmarked. I saved it. I'm glad I have it bookmarked. This case.
So get yourself ready, Rick, because we're gonna do a 3-way one day, and me and you, it's gonna be pay-per-view worthy, okay, Rick? And like I always say, Coach, get it ready, Coach. Get it set up. Where me and Rick, H-Town versus D-Block, okay? We're gonna go right at it for his Charlo and my Alvarez. We're gonna make it happen. And I want to let you know one thing, Rick. Get ready, man. You better get ready. Because when I come at you, it's going to be on, baby. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
Shout out to D-Block, man. Shout out to D-Block. All right. Shout out to the Martin. He said, forget Jamal's last 8. Let's focus on his best 8. Well, you know, his best 8 might be his last. Okay, we can focus on his best 8 or whatever. It doesn't matter. But, you know, I just want to keep keep where it was at, though. I want to keep where it was at. But we can look though. We can look all day long. Let's go right here. Jamal Charlo. What is best A to B?
Unknown caller.
What is best A to B? I'm gonna look at his last 8 because that's the same criteria that we did for Canelo. His last 8 might be his best 8. You know. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah. Hey, Coach, this is the boxing scientist from Cali. What up?
Boxing scientist from Cali. Talk to me.
Yeah, I just want to call in and address something that Rick Sims said earlier about how Canelo could have gotten undisputed twice, but only did it once. Okay, if it's that easy, how come Floyd never went undisputed? Not even once. You know, he makes it seem like it's so easy, like there's no boxing politics, and you know, and also these guys that are supposedly scaring Canelo away, like he says, Jamal Charlo is one of these guys that Canelo's ducking, right? Jamal Charlo's not even in the picture, man. He's at 160, fighting. If you're lucky, fighting once a year against cab drivers.
But this bomb is taking easy matches. Fight another bomb.
Exactly. You know, he's not putting himself in contention. Neither is Andrade. You know, he's ducking mandatories. He got stripped because of how much he does. He's not even a champion, not even a mandatory. So if these guys really wanted the fight with Canelo, their actions would speak louder than their words, right?
Mhm.
Where I'm from, actions speak louder than words. I don't know what kind of world, Rick or some of these other people live in, but I look at the actions, not what they're saying on Twitter or whatever. And if Canelo fights Bivol, they're gonna say he's ducking Benavidez. If he fights Benavidez, they're gonna say he's ducking the rematch with Bivol.
Mm.
So there's always gonna be someone that Canelo's quote unquote ducking, and it's like you've said it before, Coach. When someone hates you, there's nothing you can do to get them to like you, and that applies to Canelo, unfortunately.
Mm. All right. Hey, shout out to the Boston Science. Salute, fam. We got other calls calling in. Callie, stand up.
Call from
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach, what's up? It's Fee on YouTube.
Fee on the tube. Talk to me, sis.
I just want to, I agree with the last caller. It is kind of frustrating when the race car gets full, whether it be like from the media on YouTube or whether it be from the fighters. But however, Canelo done pulled the race car in a sense because he done said he don't want to fight his own countrymen and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So even he has pulled it, and I think people forget that. When people pull it when they want to make excuses or when they want to, you get what I'm saying? It's called a race car for a reason because people like to pull it when they feel like it's convenient for them. So, but I agree with him. I don't like when people do that, but even Canelo himself, like I said, has done it. So it's just something that's, race is just always going to be a topic anyway. You know what I'm saying? And just everything. So, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But Canelo, he pulled that race car before. Even for the light to, if people, go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
No. I'm saying you saying what Canelo said he won't fight Mexicans. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, he won't fight his countrymen.
Well, his countrymen, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, thank you for calling, sis.
To that last call. No problem.
All right, shout out to Fee on the Fee from Duval. Tighten up, Fee. Salute. All right, so let's look at the last 8 fights. The last 8 fights of Jamal the Hitman Charlo. And I think I want to thank Rick for showing me this, like looking at Canelo last 8 fights. So Jamal Charlo last 8 fights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we go back to the fight that they still talk about to this day. He beat J-Rock. He knocked J-Rock out in the 5th round. This one, Jamal Charlo was a junior middleweight. This was in 2016. So that's the first of the 8 fights, right? Then right after that, he became, he moved up to the middleweight division. He fought Jorge Sebastian Highland. I never heard of this guy before, to be honest with you guys, but that's what he fought. Then after that, his 3rd fight, he fought Hugo Centeno Jr. I haven't heard of this guy before either, guys, but I'm just throwing that out there. His 4th fight, he fought Matvey Korobov. Now, I haven't really heard of this guy, but I remember seeing him fight. I had to watch him. I seen him have a couple of fights before, and I had to remember who he was. But at the time, I didn't never heard of him until after the fight. I thought he actually won this fight. To be honest with you, to be fair, this ain't no hate. I don't know the guy, but I thought he did enough to win that fight. But Jamal got the decision on that. Shout out to JRG. Hey, okay. Dropping that quote over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said even if Benavidez loses to Canelo, he deserves to fight more than Charlo and Boo Boo. He is doing something about it towards fighting Canelo.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
All right, so where we was at? So he fought Hugo Centeno Jr., right? Then he fought Matvey Korobov. I think this was the 4th fight of the 8. His last 8 fights, right? Then his 5th fight, he fought Brandon Adams. Right? His 6th fight, he fought Dennis Hogan. His 7th fight, he fought Sergey Derevyanchenko. And his 8th fight, he fought Juan Marquez Montiel. So if you look at Jamal Charlo's last 8 fights in comparison to Canelo Alvarez's last 8 fights, I think that you will find something very wanting. All right, let's move on. This is Demetrius Andrade, right? Let's look at his last 8 fights. Shout out to my dog Rick, man. This is a good one. Just look at the last 8 fights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, Demetrius Andrade's last 8 fights. Back in 2017, he fought Alintez Fox. His second fight of the 8, he fought Walter Cronkite. Cool, what is it? Kutan Dokwa. He fought Walter Kutan Dokwa. I think that's how to pronounce his name. Walter Kutan Dokwa. I don't know. I don't know. What matter of fact, what did this dude look like? Walter, what is his name? Walter what? Okay, so this brother here, okay, he fought a slick black fighter. He fought a brother from Namibia. He fought a brother from Namibia. What is it? Namibia. Namibia. He fought a brother from Namibia. Okay, all right. So he fought a brother. He fought a brother. All right. Slick black fighter from I think he's from Namibia and Namibia or whatever. Call him, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jason. Cashville.
Jason from Cashville. Talk to me.
I want to say this, Coach. How you doing, my brother? You doing okay?
Yes, I'm doing fine, bro.
Yeah. I want to say this because I'm not going to debate Canelo's record at all. The man put in his work. Got to be respected. All right? From Floyd to Laura to Trout, he did what he had to do. Cotto, he done his thing, right? But I think what the argument is that people are coming with is like, they bring up what Charlo hasn't done, which the record shows he ain't done shit. We know this.
Yeah.
What Benavidez hadn't done, what Andrade hasn't done. We get it. We understand the record. So I would say, well, you know, if they hadn't done shit, that means they can't beat Canelo. Or they're no threat to Canelo because they hadn't really proven themselves.
No, that's
kind
not
of like
true.
John Ryder.
No, that's not true.
That's
not true. You can't say that.
No. But what I'm saying is that the way they said they're not worthy. Okay, let me say it like this. It's like they're saying they're not worthy to fight.
I got you.
Right?
I got what you're saying. I got what you're trying to say. You're saying that Canelo fans are saying that because these other guys are not worthy of fighting Canelo because of their, you know, their resume is not that good. I got you. Hold on. Sorry about that, fam. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I got an Amber Alert. All right, sorry about that. That was an Amber Alert that came across my phone. Go ahead.
It's cool, bro. Oh, but it's like, okay, but John Ryder, he's getting the fight. He's worthy, I guess, right? Euroderm, what his name is? He's worthy. He's worthy. You had what's the other Smith? The other Smith?
Talking about Callum Smith.
My point is,
Callum Smith.
Not the Callum Smith. It's 2 of them, right?
Yeah, he fought. He fought Callum Smith. Callum Smith was he was a champion at the time he fought him. He's undefeated champion, and when he fought him, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. Let me make sure. Yeah. He was an undefeated champion, and he was 27-0 at the time. He had the WBA super middleweight title, and the WBC super middleweight title was vacant.
Okay.
And the reason why that fight was vacant because not Jamal Charlo, but David Benavidez lost his belt to either cocaine or scale or something like that.
Right. That's the one that moved up to 175, right?
Callum Smith, no, he went up to 168. That's when he moved up to super middleweight. The fight before that was Sergey Kovalev. He moved up to 175 and beat Sergey Kovalev and took his belt. Yeah.
Okay. So my argument is this. I'm a boxing fan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you got a fucking man, you know, I don't give a fuck. Fight the motherfucker. Let's kill all the bullshit, right? You know, if they ain't worthy to fight Canelo because they ain't fought nobody, well, let Canelo go in there and beat the shit out of them and show them they ain't worthy, right? Fight Andrade. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't worthy, still whoop his ass. He's more worthy than Alvarez, whatever his fucking name is, or John Ryder, or whatever. They just fight them up, man. all this, the bottom three is all these goddamn excuses on why fighters shouldn't fight. Fuck it, man. Fight, goddammit. Just fight. Who cares? I don't give a damn if he ain't worthy. You get his ass in that damn ring, get his ass beat out, then he gonna show me he ain't worthy. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. You prove it in the ring. I don't give a damn all this old politics shit and this fanboy type shit, man. I'm from the fucking 80s, man. I'm born in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? You got your ass up. You signed your, mostly didn't care who they fought. Well, they just put his ass in the ring. They want to show him he don't belong. Simple as that. All this old extra shit about resume and what they had done, man, I don't give a flying fuck about none of that. Just let them fight. Their name is ringing. People want to see the damn fight. The fans are the ones who screw the game up. It ain't the fighters. It's the fans. And it's that damn social media because fans get on social media and say why they shouldn't fight, this fighter shouldn't fight this fighter. And these fighters are listening to that shit. Right? They're listening to it. Because if you put pressure on them to fight, the David Benavidez, the Demetrius Andretti, the Charlo brothers, well, his ass, man, he don't even fight, so I don't even want to talk about him. He got to fight first. You know what I'm saying? Plus, something ain't right with him. He got other shit going on outside the ring, so you can just go ahead and count him out. He will get knocked out his next fight any fucking way because his mind ain't right. That's all I'm saying, Coach. All I'm saying is that what they should do, the fans should want these fights. The fans should put pressure to get these fights, to get these people out the fucking way, man. Just get them out the way so we can start arguing about why this and that. Man, just let them fight. Let's stop protecting these damn fights. Stop putting these fights in protection, witness protection, and let them fight. Fuck dumb shit. That's my time, Coach, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right, shout out to you, fam. And shout out to Jason McCollum from Cassville. Salute to you, fam.
What was you about to say, Coach?
Oh no, what I was gonna say was do you I totally get exactly where you're coming from. Do you have that criteria for the other fighters as well, like a Jamal Charlo or Andrade or Benavidez or
Yes.
So you saying all of them should
all the way down to 140, 135, 130. Okay. All the way down.
All right. Hey, Jason, thank you for calling. Cassville in the building. Thank you, brother, for calling the show. Salute. Sorry about that, guys. I had the doggone Amber Alert hit the show. Yeah, as a matter of fact, hold on. Let me phone lines is hot. But these phone lines jumping right now, boy. Boy, what is it? What is it? The phone line jumping right now. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin from Oakland, 2 times. It's your second time calling. What's going on with
you? Yeah. No, I just find it hysterical that, someone would focus so intently on Canelo's last 8 fights and somehow miss the fact that 7 of those fights was basically either unification fights or title defenses against other unified champions, like the third Triple G fight. Everybody wants to act like all Canelo's resume is littered with Abney Yildirim and John Ryder mandatories when this is basically the second time he's done it his entire career. Everything else was unified or he was challenging for a belt, and for someone that is obviously, a diehard boxing fan to miss that, it's just funny as hell, especially the whole Danny Jacobs thing when anybody that was into boxing at the time remembers IBF has a rehydration clause where you can't rehydrate more than 10%.
Yeah, 10 pounds.
And
10 pounds.
Danny Jacobs said, fuck that. I don't care about the belt. All I want is to win. That's the only reason why that belt was vacant.
Yeah.
That belt was in Canelo.
He came in overweight.
He dropped it the day of the fight, which is a good strategy. You know what I mean? But to try to, downplay how good Danny Jacobs was. Coach, you remember, Triple G was on a 23 knockout streak. And what happened? Danny Jacobs shut that shit down. And people want to act like Danny Jacobs wasn't the man.
I actually thought Jacobs did enough to win the fight, even though he got knocked down in like the first or second round.
Definitely.
I thought he done enough. I thought he done enough to win. It was a close fight. It was a close fight. But go ahead. I got other calls calling. Go ahead.
Yep. And anytime they ask Canelo about Danny Jacobs, they ask him, who's the hardest fighter you've been hit by? Every single time without fail. Danny Jacobs. Not Triple G, not Bivol, always Danny Jacobs. but somehow he I guess he's not black enough. I guess he's not slick enough. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Daniel Jacobs. I mean, a lot of people do overlook Daniel Jacobs. I'm like, dude, when Canelo fought Daniel Jacobs was good. Like he wasn't old, he wasn't shot, he was a slick black fighter. Like all of the boxes that you want to check, he did that. But this is what I get what they're saying. People like Rick Timms, Jason from Nashville. This is what they're saying. Basically, Rick Timms, Jason from Nashville. This is what I think the people are trying to say. They have a list of names they want to see Canelo fight. They want to see Canelo fight Andrade. They want to see Canelo fight Jamal Charlo. They want to see Canelo fight Benavidez. And what they're saying is they don't care about if Canelo is fighting, Dimitri Bivol for another belt in the higher weight division.
Yeah.
And he's a harder fighter. They don't care about if he's fighting everyone to become undisputed in the super middleweight division. They say they don't care nothing about none of that. They have 3 names that they want him to fight. And for them, if Canelo fight those guys, then that will either be enough for them to say, okay, you know what? Validate Canelo and say he's a bad boy because he fought these 3 names that's on this list. Or that would be enough to say, you know what, if he don't fight those guys, we can't give him any validation. So I get what they're saying. The only issue that I have with that is this. What requirement are you requiring from Andrade? Because Andrade does not validate anything when you look at his resume. He hasn't fought Charlo nor Benavidez, right? Or Caleb Plant. So are you holding Jamal Charlo to that same standard? Jamal Charlo hasn't fought Benavidez, Andrade, nor Caleb Plant. And are you holding Benavidez to that criteria? Benavidez hasn't fought Charlo nor Andrade, but at least he's fought Caleb Plant. So that's where I'm going at. But I think what they're saying is we don't care nothing about none of that. Fight these 3 guys, and when you fight those 3 guys, then we'll be good. And I think that's what they're saying. I get what they're saying now.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
My thing is, Coach, refresh my memory. Why were the 4 kings of the 80s called the 4 kings? Because it was a catchy title, or because they fought each other? Just give me that.
Okay. All right, but shout out to Ricky Ricardo. Not Ricky Ricardo. Martin from Oakland. Oaktown Salute fan. Thank you for calling the show.
All right, Coach.
Yeah. Shout out to G Daddy. He says salute, Coach. I agree. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's just those 3 fighters they want him to fight. And if he fight those 3 fighters, then maybe this is settle all disputes, or maybe it won't. You know what I mean? Because again, I was a Jordan hater. I hated Michael Jordan, so Jordan couldn't do no right in my eyes. So so if he fight those 3 guys, maybe that'll solve all. And the thing is, these 3 guys don't have to fight anybody. They don't have to do anything. Just Canelo just has to be the one to fight those guys, and that'll be enough. And I think that's what they're talking about. Some people feel like he ducked Andrade. The crazy part about it is I have an article right here that says total opposite of him ducking Andrade. And this article, as a matter of fact, I can pull it up. And I have a video where Jamel Charlo said that as a matter of fact, did I say that? Did I upload that? I need to upload that. I have it recorded. I have to upload that when Jamel Charlo said that I never turned down Canelo. I never turned down Canelo. He was talking about his brother had an opportunity to fight Canelo, and they turned down the fight. So some of these arguments that I've been hearing, and these are actual receipts that I have. This is stuff that I can show you that Jamel Charlo verbally said out of his mouth on his Instagram Live. And I have articles that I can physically show you. Well, as a matter of fact, I can pull that one up now. Hold on. Because I bookmarked it. And some people said they had a problem with the article. They didn't want to believe it or something of that sort. I just, no. My bad. Damn. I can pull that up right now. Hold on. Go to history. No, not history. Yeah, bookmarks. Let me go to bookmarks right quick. But I think that's it. I think that's the end all be all. Canelo just got to fight those 3 names, and I think those other guys will be happy with it. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? So. Hold on, guys. Carlo, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Miguel Park, Wilmington.
Shout out Miguel from where you calling from?
Wilmington.
Wilmington. Okay, talk to me.
Yeah, what's up, man? Coach Malachi? First of all, I want to thank Al Heyman for getting my phone service right, making sure I got across, and for putting on these good fights. I'm just playing with you.
Yeah, go ahead, fam. Talk to me.
Yeah. No, I was just calling back because just to repeat what that guy was saying. He was saying that who's John Ryder, but little does he know, Andrade pulled out that fight. He could have been the number one mandatory by fighting Zach Parker.
Yeah, John Ryder did. Demetrius Andrade did pull out of that fight. That is true. If Demetrius Andrade would have fought John Ryder, he would have been in the position that John Ryder is in right now to fight Canelo right now. But some critics of Canelo say that even if Andrade would have done that, Canelo would have found a way found a reason not to fight him anyway. So, that's what they say. Some of them will say, I don't know how true that is. The only way we would know that that situation would have had to come about. But Demetrius Andrade did pull out of that. He did do that. Those are the facts.
Yeah. And then touch on that. Like, Andrade has to meet him halfway, at least fight some decent competition. I mean, that regardless of his resume, if he would have done that, like politic-wise, he would have had a position to at least have a 50-50 chance of fighting him. But when you're not even meeting halfway and, you're just trying to, get clout off a certain fighter, it ain't going to happen like that.
All right. Well, listen, shout out to Miguel from Wilmington. Thank you for calling the show, fam. All right, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with this article, but this article right here pretty much explains what happened with the Demetrius Andrade. For those who say Canelo ducked him, right? Said IBF strips Canelo of title, angers Oscar De La Hoya. Middleweight world champion Saul Canelo Alvarez is in the market again for a fall opponent after negotiations for his mandatory defense against Sergey Derevyanchenko ended with no deal on Thursday afternoon and resulted in Canelo being stripped of the IBF title. He had 3 belts at that time, if I'm not mistaken. They say the IBF already had allowed for multiple postponements of a purse bid for the bout. And the Derevyanchenko camp even told the IBF that it was okay for Canelo Alvarez to not be stripped on Monday's deadline to allow them more time to work out a deal. But the sides were far apart on the money, even though, according to the sources, so basically Derevyanchenko didn't make this fight because he didn't like the money that he was getting paid, which is stupid. He should have just took whatever and ran with it to get opportunity to beat Canelo. He says, which Alvarez, under exclusive broadcast contract, had approved Derevyanchenko as an opponent with the stipulation that Alvarez take as much as $5 million reduction on his $35 million guarantee purse at the time. Derevyanchenko's promoter, Lou DiBella, did not want to discuss the details of what went down with Alvarez's promoter, Golden Boy, on Thursday, but he did tell ESPN, I will confirm that we did not reach a deal by the IBF deadline. After the final extended deadline at the end of business on Thursday came and went without a deal for the fight, the title was vacated. The IBF president, Daryl Peoples, sent a letter, including to DiBella and George Gallegos, an attorney for Golden Boy, informing them of the decision to strip Canelo Alvarez. So Canelo got stripped because he could not reach a deal with Sergey Derevyanchenko to defend his against his mandatory. It is crystal clear from the correspondence on July 26, 2019, Golden Boy matchmaker Robert Diaz, on behalf of Golden Boy Promotions, agreed that Saul Canelo Alvarez will relinquish the IBF title, IBF middleweight championship title. He got stripped or whatever, right? With no further negotiations or purse bid. If there was no completed deal between him and Derevyanchenko by the agreed time, extended deadline on Monday. Peoples wrote a letter, right? Let's continue to go on. Now, this is where the waters get a little murky at. It says, as to Golden Boy's request, as a matter of fact, here it goes right here. Golden Boy and Canelo had made a last-ditch effort to keep the IBF title by asking for an exception to the mandatory defense against Derevyanchenko, saying that Canelo would fight a unification match with WBO champion at the time, title holder, counterpart Demetrius Andrade. So according to this article, Canelo tried to not get stripped of his IBF title and try to make a unification match with Demetrius Andrade right here. I think if he would have done that, they would have fought each other. The winner would have became the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. The IBF rules allows a unification match to trump mandatory defense, but only if the request was made at a reasonable time. So because the request was not made at a reasonable time, the IBF did not grant it, and they ended up stripping Canelo, i.e. why they didn't have undisputed and middleweight, according to the article. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, this is Jason from Cashville. One more time. I wanted to clear up something.
Jason from Cashville, 2 times. Talk to me.
Yeah, Coach, that ain't what I was saying, Coach. That ain't what I was saying. I see, like I said, when I was saying about Canelo, Canelo got a hell of a resume. It can't be disputed, right? I'm speaking from a point of, I'm speaking from the fans. Look, I am tired of hearing the names, the Charlo's names. I'm tired of hearing every time they talk Canelo, they bring these names up, right? All I'm saying is to kill all the fucking noise. Let them fight.
All right, no. I get what you're saying. So basically, let's give us some names. So the names you want to see Canelo fight is Andrade, Charlo, and Benavidez. Am I correct?
No. I don't want to see. I don't care about it. I don't care about who he fights. I'm talking about every time you talk about Canelo, you bring Benavidez is the only one I can see right now is worthy enough to me that I would like to see fight, because at one time he was considered the king of 168 until he lost it on the scale, or however he lost, right? That's the only one, because think about it. Charlo and Andre have been at 160. They went at 168. You know what I'm saying? Andre's just now going to 168. So he's really not a factor when you come to looking at the fight that was happening. Now, if Canelo was at 160, then yeah, because he'd be a champion down there and he had a belt. Just like Charlo, he would have a belt. But at 168, I don't see Canelo going down to 160. So that's not even an argument. If there's any fight that I would like to see, would be 168, and that's Benavidez, because he is a mandatory, right? A legit mandatory, not just a name. That 160 is gone. That's just like Floyd fighting at 147. When he look like going down to 140? You know what I'm saying? Fighting people at 140 when he's at 147 king. Don't make sense. You know?
All right,
I'm looking at.
So to summarize what you're saying, what would make you happy right now that you want to see Canelo do right now? If you just say, okay, I want to see him fight such and such, such and such. If he fight this guy, or that guy, then I don't have anything else to say. Who was that name?
Oh shit. Beaver or Benavidez.
So you want to see him fight Dimitri Bivol? He already fought him, so that's out the way.
Right.
Who else you want to see him fight?
Yeah, but he's gonna fight him again. Just give us a fluke.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? I say 175. Yeah,
he's not a 175 pounder. He's super middleweight champion at 168. Super middleweight.
Coach. If you weigh 170, if you weigh 175, then you're 175 pounds. You understand what I'm saying? If you go up to the weight and you make the weight, you're considered that weight class at that moment.
All right,
now you can come back down.
So you want him to fight Bivol again? That'll satisfy you. Who else you want to see him fight?
Hey, he can fight Bivol. He can fight if he beat Bivol. Because if he don't beat Bivol, he don't need to fight with Benavidez. Leave that shit alone. What's his name? What is it? David Benavidez. Benavidez.
Oh, Benavidez. So okay, yeah. So if Canelo fight Bivol again and fight Benavidez, then you cool. You all right?
Yeah, I'm cool with it because Andre, he's never fought at 168, correct?
Andre did fight at 168. He had his first fight with the PBC at 168. He's a 168 pounder.
168.
Yes.
Right. And Canelo, Charlo has never fought at 168. No, he don't even fight at all.
Yeah, but Charlo said he'll move up and fight him though.
Man, he got to fight, so he just can't cover it.
And according to you, if you weigh in at 168 or whatever way you weigh in, that's what you are. So Charlo does walk around at about 200 pounds. So he said he'll move up and fight him. I have a sound clip where he said he'll move up and fight him.
Yeah, I hope he would. I hope he would, because he's supposed to be fighting 175 a long time ago, if you ask me.
All right. Hey, well, listen. Thank you for calling the show, fam. Salute, man. Shout out to you, my brother. I'm trying to think who you was again.
Jason from Nashville, bro.
Jason from Nashville.
Hey, I fuck with you, coach.
Yeah,
I fuck with you, coach.
Cassville. Jason from Cassville, Tennessee. Salute, fam. Thank you, brother. 2 times.
Right.
My brother called twice. Okay, so my brother said he want to see him fight Bivol and Benavidez. Who are some names that you guys want to see Canelo fight that'll pretty much satisfy some of you guys? I know you wanna see him fight Benavidez. Okay. What about Charlo? I know some. What about Charlo and Andrade? What about those guys? So if he fight Andrade, Charlo, Benavidez, and maybe Bivol again, would that make him happy or make everybody happy? He said, yeah, Jamal Charlo got to fight a 168-pounder first. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Jamal Charlo. Again, you know what I mean? Shout out to JRG. He said Benavidez already had a set signed scheduled contract. Yeah, that is true. He already had a set signed scheduled contract. That's true. Have it right now. Shout out to my sister Black 365. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to my sister Bless. She said that all I know is it appears like Canelo been doing a lot of moving, ducking, etc.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
All right. So my next question is, okay, is this a Canelo requirement or is this a requirement for all the fighters that you like? That's my next one. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, Coach, it's Rick, man, from Toronto. What are you saying?
All right, Rick from Toronto. Talk to me.
Yo, you remember that fight that I think it was a post-fight interview where Jamal Charlo stepped up to Dimitri Bivol, and Bivol didn't even know who he was. He thought he was Jermel.
I remember.
But you remember the size, like you see the size on, and you're right, man. Jamal's like walking around at 200 plus pounds now. Like what? Like you see how much bigger he looks?
Yeah, he's a big guy.
That of Dimitri Bivol?
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah, man, he's chopping his chops about 160. 160 is my weight. Come on down, 160. He's got to Bivol, who's a natural 175er. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry? 160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
That's what you talking about?
Cool. Yeah, yeah, but at the same time, it was when they met. They met up. I forget it was a post-fight or something.
Yeah, I remember. No, I remember. Yeah, that was not too long ago. Yeah, he said, "Why don't you fight me?" I remember that. I got you. Everybody know that. Yeah, what's going on?
Right, and you saw the look on Dimitri's face. He didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, he was confused. He didn't know who he was. Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, I don't know what Charlo's drinking, man. But like, what the, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if he can make 160 no more, man.
Mm. Well,
I don't know, man.
He's the 160 champion.
But as long as Jamal's out there, man, I'm just glad that you'll throw up those videos every now and then, because that's a heart warmer, man. You know what I mean? When Iron Mike calls him out and he's saying, "Yeah, you just shit talking, man," and that he just like he told him out straight on his podcast. He'd be like, "Yo, man, you just flapping your flaps, man." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but anyways, Coach, here's to Jamal Charlo and Al Heyman, brother.
All right, shout out to Rick and Ricardo, though, man. Not Rick and Ricardo, Rick from Toronto. Salute to you, fam. Give a round of applause. Shout out to Rick. What did you say, Rick? You said nope, just a Canelo requirement. Jamal and Andrade both have been too far inactive and underperforming. Fight each other, etc. They got to pick it up. My dude Tank too, especially my favorite Bud. Okay. So now this is kind of kind of just a little confused. I want you to follow me on this, Rick. Okay, so Canelo requirement is to fight the other guys. If you remove Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade out of the equation, it's still not going to satisfy other people who have said that Canelo ducked Jamal Charlo, ducked Andrade. And if you say, well, hey, well, this is the only requirement for Canelo, but he don't need to fight Jamal Charlo and Andrade, that's still not going to satisfy the people who say he ducked those guys and he need to fight those guys to prove that he can beat them. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't think that him not fighting those guys will satisfy you, to be honest with you. I don't think that'll satisfy you. I think other people still want to see him fight those guys just to prove whether they can beat him or not. You get what I'm saying? Because if you remove Jamal Charlo and Andrade from the equation, then who you want him to fight? Benavidez? And if he beats Benavidez, then what? Or if he loses to Benavidez, then what? You get what I'm saying? So I'm just, I'm really confused. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really kind of confused about that one. But let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Listen, man, I want to thank everybody, man, for calling the show. I don't know if we solved anything today. I don't know. We pulled up several people's resumes, and we looked at the last 8 fights. And what you say, Rick? Oh, you say no. I'm saying not just a Canelo requirement. I said they all need to face better competition. Oh, okay, I got you. I didn't see the no part in the last one. I didn't see the no part. Oh, I misunderstood. I misunderstood what you were saying. Sorry about that, Rick. Thank you for correcting the record. So according to what Rick is saying, all of them need to step up. All of them do need to step up, according to what Rick is saying. So it is what it is, man. Again, if we look at a lot of these fighters' last eight opponents, if that's what we go by, you'll see there's a lot of stuff to be desired and wanting. Some of these guys, even some of the ones who have belts, they're really not that good. I'm saying guys who have gotten beaten for their belts, they're really not that good. But it is what it is. That's the only thing we can go by and work with. And I like to look at a person's total body of work over their career. So we're going to say, hey, forget the career. Let's look at what they did their last 8 fights. So I look at a lot of different things, and everybody has a different criteria. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different criteria. Like this brother here called the show. He had a criteria what he was talking about. I forgot what he came with. What did our brother say? He said the caliber of opposition, dominance. Did you dominate the division? Your level of activity, and what have you done throughout your career? And that's a boxing criteria. And I think that what happens is some people are very, very subjective to boxing criteria because some of your favorite fighters don't even measure up to that. Some of your fighters who are cash cows and they are so-called the face of boxing in America, they don't even measure up to that. But you get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm so confused. I'm confused because some people, they're all over the place. You say one thing for one fighter, but then you go to nigga explaining for another fighter, but then you go to saying something else for this fighter, and one day you say this, then the next day you say that, and then when I saw articles, well, the article don't mean nothing, he still didn't fight him, I'm like, okay. So for me, the overall consensus for what I'm gathering is some guys have a different rule for Canelo than they have for other fighters. I'm not saying Rick Timms, but I'm saying some of these guys have different rules for Canelo than they have for other fighters. But then when I look at these other fighters who you're saying that Canelo is ducking, those guys literally ain't fought no goddamn body. They ain't done a goddamn thing. Nothing. And some fighters who you say they haven't fought anybody but Euro bombs, when you look at those fighters have fought Euro bombs. They have a resume full of them. I'm not saying fighters from Europe are Euro bombs. I'm just using these guys as talking points. So it seems like the Euro bomb name gets thrown around depending on who the fighter is. You get what I'm saying?
But this bomb is taking the easy matches, fighting other bombs.
I've heard fighters say that they would take easy routes. I've heard fighters say that you on the wrong side of the street. I even heard fighters say this for people who are on the same side of the street.
I mean, if Benavidez can make 160, we can do it. If we can kind of catch weight in between 160 and 168. Benavidez is a 168 pounder that hasn't made the weight. He has no title. He has nothing to offer me. So that's why people keep mentioning Canelo and Golovkin, the higher stakes. I will fight Benavidez. All right, he's no problem to me. They talk alive, strong. I'm here, I'm that. But it's different when you get in there. You have to figure something out. Man, don't listen to it. Hey, fans, y'all keep the lock. We got bigger things in store.
Do you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, so my thing is this, and I've always said this, and this is what pissed me off with boxing YouTube and boxing Twitter. A lot of these guys could have made legends, could have made names off fighting each other, knocking each other off. And then by the time you get by that fighter, this fighter, that fighter that's on the same side of the street as you or whatever, all across the street or whatever the case may be, then it's like, yeah, I don't beat this dude already. I don't beat Demetrius Andrade already. I don't beat Jamal Charlo already. I don't beat David Benavidez already. I don't knock all these dudes off. Similar to what Marvin Hagler did. Like, I don't knock all the dudes off. You can't throw nobody else at me. I don't beat all these dudes. You get what I'm saying? It's hammer time now. It's hammer time now. You know, sometimes you got to stay the course sometimes, you know. And it just seemed like this era today, they just have different criteria depending on who the fighter is, in my opinion.
Now, I am the #1 contender. I'm tired of James the Poodle, Grim Reaper, whatever you want to call himself, ducking me. All right, I'm tired of man driving around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in a Broham.
You get what I'm saying? You know, I'm tired of him ducking me. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of James the Poodle, or whatever you want to call him, ducking me. I'm tired of him riding around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still riding around in the Broham.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to big time boxing. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
You know what, man? Before we end the show, you know I gotta say all praises due to my Lord and Savior, Al Heyman.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
but a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
And my dog Booger Ray Leonard, name the name.
And who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions? Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say, you know, and I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing, you know, again, because when you have, you know, an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on. When a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Interesting.
Some people might not like the nigga explaining about Booger Ray Leonard. Some people may not like that, you know?
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut
will
that
win.
that's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the, man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Hey, man, shout out to my dog, Ryan Garcia, man. A lot of people ain't giving Ryan Garcia a chance against Tank Davis. I got Ryan Garcia stopping Tank in 3. If you want to make money with me, pick Ryan Garcia to stop Tank in 3.
I actually do cuss a little.
Do you?
Also, yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably fuck.
Anybody want to pull up, tell about they got shooters?
Fuck you all rolling up on 4 cars.
He must don't know. He can't know. He can't know.
That's all I'm saying, man. Anybody want to talk to my dog, Jamel Charlo?
There's nothing that I can do. Sorry, I moved my camera. There's nothing that I can do other than just be patient, let these boys keep talking that smack, and me be who I am. Damn, phone number falling. I mean, my bad. Look.
If you sign to the PBC and you try to leave Al Heyman, I got one thing for you that I heard that go on when they try to leave.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
They say, Al, boy, you try to leave if you want to, boy. Some of y'all might leave and go to jail.
You sound like a bitch. Bitch. Man, I ain't worried about jail. Shit, man, I don't give a damn about going to jail. Nigga, take me to jail.
Take me to jail?
Shit, lock me up.
Lock me up.
Throw away the kid.
Throw away the kid.
You get what I'm saying? We do know our dog. Shout out to my dog, Jamal, the Hitman.
I move up in weight class, go up to 168.
challenge this man for all the marbles.
The Mexican monster, yeah.
The Mexican. You keep throwing that up every time
I remember the guy was everybody scared of that guy. You talking a lot of shit. That's why I want you to say stuff.
He said, you keep bringing that up every time. But I don't know what it is about the Mexican boss name, boy. He be shaking like booty meat when they bring on the Mexican boss.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you.
Sure enough.
Shogun of Harlem.
Hey, that's all I'm saying, man. Who want to be the Shogun? Who want to be the Shogun of Harlem, man? That's what I want to know. Who want to be the Shogun of Harlem?
What about Rocky Marciano?
Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something once and for all. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit.
He beat Joe Louis's ass.
All I'm saying is, man, in boxing, you gotta be the Shogun. I want to know a fighter who wants to prove that he's the best. He's willing to go through whatever it takes to show everybody he's the best. We don't have that today in boxing from a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys, you know, they do a whole lot of duck language, but I like my fighters like Shogun.
Who's badder than the Shogun?
Bruce Leroy, that too.
Bruce Leroy. Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy? Bruce Leroy?
Make it last. Make it last forever. Don't let our love be.
Some people say I be throwing shade at my dog Booger Ray. If you ask me if I'm throwing shade, I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
Shout out to David Ruffin.
You wish you could work it the way I do, but you can't. You're begging me not to leave you, and I refuse to let you go.
You gotta like it, but you gonna respect it.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
You know, we gotta come together, man, and collect.
Now, I run every kind of bitch, every kind of place, and I know one thing. When it comes down on you, you either collectivize or you run like a solitary rat.
It is what it is, man. Hey, you know what, man? Another thing too, man. Shout out to Javante Tank Davis, man. You know, I'm happy that our young brother, him and he got the hood on lock in boxing, the urban market and the hip hop community. He has that, and Ryan Garcia, they coming together, putting on a phenomenal fight. The kid also will be fighting on that undercard. Shout out to him, man. I don't know what's going to happen afterwards. This is a money grab. I don't want to discourage anyone. Bet with your heart. Bet who you think is going to win the fight. But shout out to Tank.
Me, the fans, we feeling like you not getting the best fights you supposed to. But we know Tank can fight anybody. Why is that? For me, we want to see you fight Lomachenko. We want to see you fight Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, motherfucking all the top who they say is the 4 horsemen and they anywhere around your weight class. We want to see it happen. When we gonna see it happen?
I'm not sure. I ain't got
that's
nothing to do with it. That was real shit.
That's some real shit.
I don't know. That's like,
how many times you don't went in there and said, I want these niggas, man?
To be honest, I ain't never said it.
I mean, hey, see me, the fans, be feeling like you ain't getting the fights you supposed to be getting, man. You know, we want to see you fight Lomachenko. We want to see you fight Devin Haney. We want to see you fight Teofimo Lopez. We want to see you fight anybody that's somewhere, anywhere around your division who call themselves the Four Horsemen. We want to see you fight them. Now, that's the type of fan that I am. When you're telling me this guy's King Kong, I want to see him in there fighting these other top guys. Some of Tank Davis fans don't feel that way. They feel the total opposite of the type of Tank Davis fan that I am. And therein lies the problem. You get what I'm saying? Therein lies the problem. But that's neither here nor there. Hey, you know what, man? Shout out to my dog, Riley. Anybody that didn't hit the like button, let them know what time it is, Riley.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's it. That's what everybody don't hit the like button. That's what we talking about. Other than that, that's it. It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. True Media Today USA Boxing, man. It is what it is, man. You know what, man? Shout out to my dog. Shout out to my dog, man. What's the name? Had a press conference today. We didn't talk about it. What was it? Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko. Shout out to Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko for fighting for Undisputed. Devin Haney is putting his belts on the line for the second time. He's fighting a hell of a fighter, Vasily Lomachenko. There's no guarantee that he'll win that fight. Some people saying Lomachenko is old and this and that, and Devin Haney is going to dog walk him. Maybe he will dog walk him. Maybe Vasily Lomachenko is old, but guess what? We're going to find out what's going on. We have to see that fight. It is what it is. Yeah, once again, this song is our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. True Media Today USA Boxing. We are the hottest boxing daytime podcast on the YTBC, hands down. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Got a new video dropping tomorrow, too. You know my motto, don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.